We're live. Hello.
What's going on, everyone?
Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys. Thank you for coming out. This is our first podcast stream, so expect scuffness. Expect big
The
scuffness.
Sweetlands.
You're saying scuff like jank, and then the Zoomers will know scuff as the really nice controllers, though, right?
PB, you're the big. You're.
We're talking.
Everyone's a lad.
We're talking boomer scuff, not
Gotcha.
Zoomer scuff.
All right. How do we start this thing? What do we talk about first? There's so much shit.
I don't know what fucking terrible shit has happened today. in
Let's
the world
just
game.
go over what we've been playing, and then we'll go into the news. Let's start
events.
strong, and then once everybody's gone away, then we discuss everything that's happened.
That sounds good.
All right.
All right.
I have been playing Halo Infinite after having to download a download inside a download.
I actually watched Chris Raygun suffer that live. He was like he posted to his Instagram. He's like, "Yo, everybody, it's 1 p.m. It's time to go. You know, everybody knows I love Halo." And so I clicked through, and it's just him going, "What the fuck?" for 30 minutes.
It even
That
asks
sums
you
up the whole release.
on the Xbox app, do you want to play multiplayer or campaign? I click campaign, and it goes, campaign's not out yet. And I was like, what? What?
You just told me it was released.
I think the actual Xbox Twitter account didn't tweet out until like 1:25 that the Halo campaign was live, because I guess they wanted to be more truthful.
They're on it. They're on top of it like usual.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Right. They know what's going on.
So
Yeah, it hasn't worked for 25 minutes. Let's just shoot that tweet out. It's fine.
Halo Infinite and Final Fantasy XIV's Endwalker, which has been out for a week-ish. I've been playing
hear
the
it's
shit
great.
out of that.
For the patricians, it's been out for a week.
Yeah, the plebs
I hear
got it
it's great.
yesterday. It's good, but they've discovered that stealth quests are a thing in other video games.
Oh, come on.
I want to
Who
die.
likes stealth quests?
There's so
Nobody.
many. There's so many of them. It's awful,
It's so rarely done well.
and it's not done well here. They're tailing missions. You remember Judgment? It's the exact same shit. But if they see you
That's
once,
a really weird thing to ape.
if they see you once, it resets the quest. You have to
The
go all the way
whole
back.
fucking
You have to go all
quest?
the way back.
Dude,
It's that's my only complaint though. It's a good game.
I didn't realize I was playing hardcore fucking World of Warcraft escort quest missions.
Somebody just gifted me a sub. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Killer Catherine. Now I can use the PP up emote.
Yes, you sure can. And spam it all day long, all over Twitch.
All over it.
Go to Amaranth's channel, spam it a little bit.
Oh, God. It's probably in subscriber up only mode or something. I don't know.
Right.
Surprisingly, no. All right, what have you guys been playing? Who wants to go next?
Go ahead, BSB.
I'll go. So everyone knows me as the PlayStation person. Well, anybody who knows me in my life. So I did a weird thing today, and I was like, I really want to be fair and play everything that I think could be a Game of the Year candidate, or even up for best action, best art, because I want to give out my own awards in January. So I paid $1 to the Microsoft Corporation, and I got Game Pass for the PC.
Good
Still
price.
can bring myself to touch an Xbox, but I will play these games through the PC. So I started up Halo Infinite, and I've been enjoying it so far. It's
pretty good.
feels like a really fun to play shooter. It looks like ass on my computer.
It runs
It's
like
not the game's
ass.
fault. It's not the game's fault. I
No,
cannot judge it fairly.
It's the game's
playing it
fault.
on-
It runs bad.
Well, it may just be running bad on PC in general.
It was
I have a
solid
pretty good PC
60, and then I walked into the open world, and it was like, you like 25? I'm like, no, I don't like 25. Go back
Unoptimized?
up.
But so I've been playing that, and then a funny thing happened. I left the game, started doing some other stuff, and I came back, and I was like, it's 5 o'clock. We got a little bit for the podcast. I'm going to jump back in there. And so I go to the Xbox app, which is disgusting. Thunderhawk hates it too.
I hate
And I
that.
click on Halo, like there's an actual play button, like a song. And it takes me to something called Xbox Game Service. And I was like, that's weird. So I close that, and I click on Play on Halo, and it takes me to Xbox Game Service. And then I see that Xbox Game Service has a 1.7 rating And I start looking at the reviews, and they're like, the Xbox app is broken. You can't play any of your Game Pass games. It takes you here. And there's like 290 of those reviews. And so now I just can't play Halo or Psychonauts 2. And my $1 is now wasted.
Time to start emailing support.
Billion
If time is money, I'm now going to spend like 2 hours trying to fix this. And I'm probably worth $10 an hour. So now I'm out $20.
$1 billion corporation. Biggest company in the world. And they can't make an app that works when you press play.
Made an entire console, got the whole operating system for that nailed down, and then they're like, an app? How do we do that?
I installed the Master Chief Collection because I wanted to play before Halo Infinite came out. And I booted it up after installing it, and it said, this isn't installed. And I went, I'm playing it. What do you mean it's not installed? It's open. What did I install?
But yeah, besides that, I played Tales of Arise yesterday, and I was having problems with the game itself last night. So I'm having problems with a launcher today and a game yesterday. And I think I'm just going to quit. I think I'm going to stop playing video games. So.
I feel that. How do you feel about Arise? Is it...
It's
like
just a story, man.
I don't like it very much.
Dude, there's two types of people. There's like hardcore Arise fans, and then everyone else is like, ugh. What?
Well, here's the thing. Arise is the best. Arise is the best Tales game. It just turns out Tales games aren't very good.
But I mean, I played Star Ocean, and I feel like I know that Star Ocean sucks, and I still got into that. So I was expecting this to happen with Tales.
Star Ocean's charming with it, though. It's not like awful.
Yeah, I played till the end of time, and that's it doesn't dump as much on you as once, even though that's like a sci-fi opera style thing, where like you're dealing with like the Space Federation force, and like you're not supposed to talk to third world planets, and like still it's spaced out better than the first hour of Tales of Arise telling me that, you know, the entire situation with the war and Balsac, the Great Emperor, and Zoogles and the fire sword out of the boobies. It's a thing.
Like, you don't want to like leave the first hour of a game feeling like you just sat through a 4-hour lecture on string theory. Like, you just want to play a video game. Like, why's it gotta dump all that on you right out the gate? Like, spread it out. You got like 30 hours of gameplay. Just chill.
Metal Gear Solid intro during the Cold War.
Then you like do a thing, you fight a guy, and then it's like, bam, we're back to like three endless cutscenes of exposition and dialogue.
And then when I got ready for finally a moment of respite, maybe we're gonna get some actual like dialogue about the characters' emotions with each other and not like what's going on in the world. And so you sit down at the campfire, and your options are rest, reminisce, which is actually useful. You can watch old cutscenes, and then the third option is purchase the Sword Art Online costumes for your characters. Those are your save point options. So that's a little egregious.
Go back through stuff you've seen, save, or buy our DLC.
We know you bought our game. Would you like to buy more of our game?
You get an ad every time you save the game. Like, just pops up. You can't skip it. It's just like, hey, check this out.
What is this, Final Fantasy
I would rather
15?
that ad be anywhere else.
That's the future, boys. We're gonna get direct ads in our gameplay. You're gonna accept a quest on Final Fantasy 14, and it's gonna play an unskippable cutscene.
I had a dream related to that. I had a dream I was in a car, and an ad popped up on my car window, and I wrecked. And I was like, I hate the future. I woke up in a cold sweat. I was like, ads!
We need more Final Fantasy 15 ads, where it's just a quest in the game about how much Gladiolus loves Cup Noodle, and you got to go hunt a monster and add it to Cup Noodle. That's fine. They didn't tell me. They didn't like put a link in the Final Fantasy 15 character customization screen to go to the Cup Noodle website and order it in bulk. You know, like,
they should have. That's coming.
They should have, yeah.
The NFT blockchain is coming.
There's gonna be a QR code in one of the quests, and you like scan it. It just takes you to fucking shopping cart right there. Cup of noodles.
Dude, I wonder. Oh god, you know how Halo Infinite is like, what is it? Monster in Halo Infinite. Well, what if Halo Infinite had QR codes in the game that sold you Monster?
Oh, this is actually funny. As an energy drink connoisseur, I can inform you that Halo was Monster last year. They had already done the deal when they thought the game was going to fucking ship in 2020. And so this year, it's Rockstar.
Oh,
So
they've gone
I
down.
literally have a case of Monster. I believe it has Halo like on the packaging.
Yeah, it's very funny. I guess if you saved those codes, you can use them this year.
I might go get that, and when we take a break, and just go slap one of the codes in the chat.
Hell yeah,
whoever,
man. Hell
whoever
yeah.
grabs it first wins.
A
Monster
freebie. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe it
President
was
Chappie
a-
in the chat says Monster
I
has
think he's
Apex at the
right.
moment.
Maybe it is.
I think he's
Apex,
right.
yeah.
That might be what it is. I think I'm thinking of last year's Monster. You know, when I bought like
Oh,
4 cases.
I saw human with gun, and I just assumed it was Halo.
Cyberpunk did Rockstar, and that was... Ooh.
They spent all their money on advertising. They couldn't afford a good energy drink.
It's a shame.
Oh man. Rockstar guys, holy shit, they've really gone downhill, huh?
I do get interested
Were they ever
in
on the hill?
like,
I mean,
don't know
I
if
don't
they
know,
were.
dude. 3 was like fucking awesome when it came out, and then
Wait,
you
you
had
mean the
Vice
company?
City
I
and
thought you
San
meant the drink.
Andreas.
Hold on.
Oh, the company.
Hold on.
Company. Shit, now we're talking about two
Yeah,
different
hold on.
things.
We'll get
I'm
in there.
sorry.
We'll get into
We'll-
that.
we'll-
Noobs,
we'll get-
have you been playing anything?
I've been deep into Path of Exile again. I usually go back because I'm a masochist and I like pain,
Right.
so I play that game a lot. It's a game that consistently fucks you over and you like it. So
I didn't
is that
like.
a top-down game?
it's
Yeah.
in the same vein as Diablo 2. It's like a 2.5D kind of thing,
Gotcha.
action RPG.
I didn't like the
The
mechanics.
needle
in the
is
last.
definitely in my arm.
I didn't like the mechanic of the last mechanic they added. I thought it was weird.
It is weird.
What is it, the Kringleverse?
It's a Krangleverse. Yeah.
Krangleverse.
You hit V and you're just fucking teleporting to the underworld and slay a bunch of shit as fast as you can, and then when it times out, you teleport right back where you started, and it's very fucking jarring.
Yeah.
I saw this game on PlayStation 5 on the store, and I think just like the icon for the game is just like Swordman yelling, and I can't do it. I can't do it.
If
But
you're
I
talking
might have to
about
try it
PoE,
out.
don't do it
Yeah.
on console. It's
All right.
awful. It doesn't even
PS5's
run good
fine.
on PC.
PS5 it
Is
runs
it?
well. Yes,
Okay.
because of that S.
Well, that's good.
SSD.
It was very unoptimized on PS4. It was
Yeah.
actual trash.
PS5 it runs fine. Because of that SSD.
It better.
If you run PoE without an SSD, suffering, agony.
Yeah. It's like trying
It's
to run
bad.
Doom on a hamster wheel. It's bad.
All right. Anybody have anything to say before we start into this news? This meaty fucking.
Oh boy.
Gamer Danny says, "Will you talk about Yu-Gi-Oh?"
Is there Yu-Gi-Oh news?
We're gonna talk about the breaking
there?
news in the Yu-Gi-Oh community.
I didn't see
Right,
any
hold
Yu-Gi-Oh
on.
news. There's a new game coming out soon, I think.
I don't know that there's any Yu-Gi-Oh news. I'll talk about Yu-Gi-Oh any given chance, but I don't know anything about it. I just love the show.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's better. It's like a better anime than it has any fucking right to be for being about like card battles. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the budget on making that anime is just,
Master Duels releases December. Well, never mind. Launching sometime between December and March.
I hate when they do that shit.
yeah. We
The
don't
worst
know
part
when
is
it's
when you
coming
get to
out.
that month. Like it's gonna come out in December 2020, and then it's like December 2020. You're like, is it?
Yeah.
You haven't updated us. It is that month.
Like, but when though?
And give me a time. All right. I think it's time to do some news.
News time.
Hit us.
Guys,
you
I
got?
just want to preface this. Nothing in this news is good. It has been a week of bad.
That's same as always. Same as it ever was.
We're going to rip
Yeah,
the
let's put
Band-Aid
it on par
off.
with the gaming industry.
We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. Activision Blizzard news. Noobs, do you want to go off what's written in red?
What in the actual fuck is wrong with Blizzard nowadays?
Everything.
Like just off the cuff, like what the fuck are they doing? Like when you're king of the hill for like 8 goddamn years, is that just like, okay, we can do whatever the fuck we want? Let's just hire a bunch of idiots and just run the company right into the ground. Is that on par for about every goddamn game industry?
EA went
out
through
there?
that a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think all of them have.
It's like, they
every
couldn't-
single company.
They just couldn't do a thing right. Every opportunity they had to fuck shit up, they did it.
like I don't remember the actual like details of it, but like just recently Blizzard has released a classic World of Warcraft server that is like Season of Mastery or something like that. It's a little
Yeah.
extra hard. It's a full-on reset. These fucking idiots left a server transfer option open for regular classic characters. So people with the best gear in the entire game that isn't even out for like 6 months got to transfer and just beat the absolute piss out of everybody that played that game.
And
And they locked the accounts, they banned these people, they shut down the whole server to get these guys off of there. Unbelievable.
They changed their name to Indie Company.
Yeah, the character that transferred was named Indie Company.
I feel like a smarter company would have. Well, first of all, you wouldn't have had that mistake in the first place. But second, like maybe run with it. I mean, wasn't there the famous moment in some MMO where there was like a disease you could get in like a certain
Yes,
quest?
that was the
and they like broke out of the
That was
boundaries.
WoW. Yep.
Yeah, like,
there was a
that's
raid.
like a famous thing, you know.
There was a raid. I believe it originated on YTMND. If that shows you how fucking old this is.
You're the man now, dog.
Yeah. So there's a debuff in a raid, and if you got the disease, it would tick every 5 seconds, and anyone that was around you, I think it was like 8 yards, it would put that disease full timer on everyone who got hit by it. So it just pulsed an AoE every like 5 or 10 seconds, and anyone who got hit now has that disease, full timer, full effect. So people got the disease and then teleported back to the main city and was just running around giving everyone the disease and killing everybody. Like it was like unstoppable.
They were just
it was like
leaking.
literally a
Incredible.
pandemic.
Leaking
I believe they
gonorrhea.
actually the CDC studied this phenomenon for outbreak
Wow.
potential.
That shit was so funny when it happened.
So insane. Yeah, Books knows what's going on. He knows what's up.
That was so funny. But yeah,
Actual
so
stupid shit.
they started these fresh servers. They were fresh servers. They wiped them clean, and they fucking. I can't believe, like, why would you not put it on a separate server? Like separate from everything else.
Yeah.
Why is
Like
it?
imagine
Ugh.
Imagine they started a new ladder season on like Diablo or something, you know, for anything like that, and they're just like, yeah, but you can just transfer your old characters right back. What's the fucking
It
point,
just makes me so angry.
dude? I can see the rage building.
And then they added an update to censor no words, and they did it hundreds of times on every server, DDoSed every server, and killed hundreds of hardcore accounts.
Wow. No pun intended. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Yeah. Oh, can we talk about when they were getting outed for, you know, groping their women employees? They decided to go around and turn all of the paintings in the game, the decorative paintings that are on the walls and buildings and such, from women laying there in bikinis and underwear to bowls of fruit.
Yep.
As like some kind of virtue signaling. I don't know.
It shows that they've turned over a new leaf, and that, you know, as far as representation in the games goes, it will be more respectful, and in real life, you know, things will continue as usual.
Right. This company, dude. I could go. How long we got, man? I could sit here and rip on Blizzard for.
Well,
fucking
we're
4
not
hours
done with
straight.
Activision. We still got another portion of Activision news.
Yeah. What's
Before
going on in the old
Activision,
COD
as
wing?
far as Blizzard goes, like you were saying, like with them being on top for like 8 years, it's kind of like any company that gets complacent. I mean, like the PlayStation 3 launch, for example, and then EA sucking for so long. But with Blizzard, is it that WoW was that good back in the day, or was it just that there was no real
It was good.
competition?
It was
It
ever?
was good.
Yeah.
It was really
Gotcha.
good.
I was never in those spaces. I didn't get internet
Yeah,
till
no, it's,
like 2013.
I played WoW from 2006 to 2012 constantly.
I played from beta until
Every day.
2016, like
Nice.
religiously. Like I have my main character, and this is just one of my characters, and it's disgusting, but I have like 2.5 years played on that one character. Like if raw hours just put into it, it's absolutely disgusting. When I seen that, I was like, I need to I need to get a life. It's like almost I could get a bachelor's degree for how much time I've spent on this one character. Like,
You never want to look at your
No.
hours on the
No.
one game that you know you played the most.
When you type /time,
It's
it
awful.
should be like, "Are you sure? Do you really?"
Yeah,
wanna
like
know?
you should have a prompt. You don't want to see if it's over a year. You got to have a couple warnings. You got to type it again or something, just to make sure you want to see this because it will ruin your life, kind of feeling.
It's like a Disco Elysium style check that comes up where it's just like,
Yeah.
your volition and like your self-preservation instinct comes up, and it's like you're going to look at your realist self right now. Prepare.
Roll a sanity check after you fucking see it and see if you're still sane or not.
Okay, so the Activision part of Blizzard is also fucking up, and just they can't help themselves. So Activision promised the quality assurance people on Ravensoft that they would raise their pay, because they were working them pretty hard, because they do Ravensoft does Warzone. So they've been pumping the Raven Q. Well, instead of the pay raise, they got fired.
I got your fucking pay raise right here. Like,
So
what the fuck?
every QA tester at Raven Software has walked off the job, and they said that they'll come back when they reverse the firings and pay them what they want.
Solid. I hope they. I mean, let's be honest. Who knows what those guys were doing anyway? Because none of their games have been QA tested.
Doesn't feel like it.
You gotta get Bobby Kotick's $110 million some way.
Dude, like I really need a bonus this year. I need to like buy another fucking RV or fuck it, mega yacht. Can
I
we
need an
just fire
island.
all our QA testers?
Warzone is like right behind Fortnite, as far as like I'm aware. Like
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, it
zeitgeist
is.
of the games to play.
I think it
And
might be
that's-
better, actually. Like, not better, but bigger.
Yeah, it's so insane to think that as instrumental as that game is to their bottom line, you think that's, I mean, they've already taken all the studios that make Tony Hawk, that make Crash, and they're like, you do Call of Duty now. You all do
Dude,
Call of Duty now. So like, why
it
would you
fucking-
take any resources away from Warzone ever?
It literally just prints money. Like literally, they
Yeah.
can release a skin pack and it's like $5, and fucking 2 million people are gonna be out there.
No,
buying
the
this
skins
shit
are
instantly.
$20.
Speaking of the
No, I'm
skin
just saying like
packs,
$5, whatever. But people will buy them no matter what they cost, and they literally just have one artist go bang out a fucking skin, and it just prints money. Like, why would you? I don't understand.
did you guys see the most recent skin pack for Halloween for Warzone?
It was,
I have not.
Donnie Darko, right?
It's yes, it's
Is
the
that- is
rabbit
that
from Donnie
fucking-
Darko.
Yeah. If I played
Beloved
Warzone, I
cult
would have bought
film.
it.
Holy
Beloved
shit!
cult film
Yeah,
Donnie Darko
yeah,
has
you
a
were-
Call
Wow.
of Duty Warzone skin.
You were Frank, the rabbit.
And I think
Dude,
there's like
I,
a special finisher where you drop the plane
The
engine.
jet turbine autopilot. I saw
Holy
that.
shit!
It's so good.
I stopped playing when they introduced John McClane and fucking Rambo.
I bought Rambo
I think I remember you doing that.
because I was
now.
like, man, I like this. This is fun. And then I saw Rambo and was
We
like,
played with
"Wow."
Grizz like 3 times, and then you bought that, and then you never
Yeah.
played it again, like
Yeah.
ever.
I got stressed.
Uninstalled.
That game stresses me out.
It does, man. I don't know how people have fun playing it. It's like my fucking palms are sweating the whole time. I'm like gripping my mouse and shit.
Yeah,
Like
I
I gotta go.
I've got like
We
the
gotta
under
go,
boob
man.
sweat. My pits are leaking. I'm just like, fuck,
Audibly
fuck.
sweating. It's bad.
I play it
dude. I
like the
don't-
Phantom Pain. I've played it like 3 times. I want to say like 3 matches total. And what I do is I just find a corner inside of an obscure building, and I go prone under it. And when the map shrinks, I move to the next spot that I did that
And you
in.
get in a
I'm usually like, I think that the first match I died like immediately. The next 2, I think I was in the top 10 just from solid snaking it out. You know,
Right?
that's the
amazing.
that's the
Being a little
move.
just being a little Warzone rat, dude. It's kind of fun sometimes being a rat.
Also, I
I played
wasn't playing
Escape
the
from
game.
Tarkov, so
I'm having
That,
I'm having
Ooh.
flashbacks to fucking PUBG.
there's 2 types of
PUBG.
people in Tarkov. There's Chads and rats, and if you're not a Chad, you better be a fucking rat, or you're just gonna not have a fun time.
Tarkov is so crazy. I wish I wasn't so scared of it.
It's like the most one of the most funs I've ever had playing a shooter, and it's one of the ones that I've hated the most, and I just don't understand like the disconnect there. It's like when it's good, it's really good, but then if you get into a bad game, you're just having a fucking bad time. You're like, I'm not having any fun. I want to stop playing.
That's what fighting games feel like to me. So.
Yes.
Same. You're having a great time, and then the next round you just want to spike your controller, and no game should make me want to throw my controller into the floor.
The next Activision news we have. You want to go that noobs? I'm not.
Sure. So yesterday, for those of you who do not play Warzone, they just released a new map for Warzone. Last night. You could download the patch, you can update it, and then when you go to play the actual game, they shut the entire fucking game down for the whole rest of the night. Until today, when you could actually play the new map. You couldn't play the old map or the new map for 12 hours last night, I think. So, she's going to cut the whole game off and fuck anyone who wants to play tonight.
Activision showing solidarity to the Halo team and not launching the thing that they were supposed to launch today on time.
Exactly.
We're going to make them rabid. They're going to want to play so bad they're not going to be able to handle it.
And then if you wanted to stop and go play Final Fantasy XIV, you got like a 4,000 Q. Good luck.
7,000.
Not playing shit today.
Do I have that on the news?
Did that happen to somebody, realistically? I'm thinking, like, somebody's like, oh, shit, Halo comes out today. They go to play Halo. No. Well, there's a new map in Warzone. And they go to play that. No. It's like, well, I guess I'll fucking grind out some levels in Final Fantasy, at least. Get over that queue.
You thought.
All right, I'm dragging the really bad shit down to the bottom because I don't want to talk about that for a while.
I think Ronsoman in chat brings up a good point.
3 hot boys. we can change the title of the podcast.
Hot boy podcast.
3 hot dudes. Okay. Sony making a Game Pass that might suck? Question mark?
Big question mark.
We just have rumors at this point. This will either be interesting or fucking terrible. It won't be in the middle.
No middle ground.
There's none.
It's literally one or the other. It
is, yeah.
So it's called Project Spartacus, at least from the leaks or whatever. Does anyone know anything about actual Spartacus?
Hold on. What is happening? Robot noises? Is Discord having a heart attack?
Stream is buffering.
Buffering. Is it still buffering now?
I think we're good.
Are we back?
I'm looking at my phone.
It's working on my screen.
I think we're back. Hey there. I think we're back. Hello?
I don't see noobs.
I'm getting
is your
pixelation and junk.
Yeah, that's weird.
God damn it. 1 second.
Stands up and is like, I'm Spartacus.
Okay, we're
That's
back.
like the deal, right?
Yes, that's Spartacus. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about naming it that.
So, like, I think it's really... Maybe they're just like Xbox Game Pass. No, I'm Game Pass.
I'm Game Pass.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was.
Did you drop frames at
Yeah.
all, or was it just okay?
I dropped 1,200 frames for like 2 seconds.
1,200, my god.
That's like all the frames. Noobs is talking but not moving. He's moving on my screen.
It's still probably behind. They just got to refresh or pause it and unpause it.
I did it.
Sync it back up.
So yeah, Project Spartacus. It's gonna be one or the other. I don't think it's gonna be like on the money. Especially
PlayStation Plus 1.0 wasn't really on the money. It was like, here, have a free game, but they're all terrible.
If this
And then,
3-tier
they'll throw you a good
system,
one every once in a while.
if this 3-tier system is true, garbage.
Garbage.
The price is going to be so important. So I assume PlayStation Plus either has to stay the same price or be cheaper for this to make any sense. And then the second tier is the second tier is the tier that gives you Game Pass, essentially. And then the third tier is the tier that makes me want to rip off my skin and it
25
allows you to
a
play
month,
PlayStation
probably.
1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PSP, PS4, and PS5 games. And so it's like the third tier is the you want retro games, you want backwards compatibility tier. And if they add those games to a subscription service but do not allow them for purchase on the PlayStation Store, then they are doing the Nintendo Switch Online model of they're not available. You just got to pay every month if you want to play them here. And
Yeah,
that
fuck
sucks.
that.
That sucks so hard.
I'll
So
put my
garbage.
goddamn pirate hat back on and sail the high seas. That's gonna be the fucking case.
I love how
And
Nintendo
it's
did
like
that, and they're not even good ports.
No.
I own so much stuff on the PS3 that I already like had to just be like, okay, I guess I can't move it to the PS4. That's fine. I rebought PlayStation 2 classics and stuff like that, but we can't do it again.
No.
You can't do it twice.
No. Fuck no. Ridiculous.
I mean, at that point, they're just trying to sell the same games like that they know are good back to us, but like just keep milking us for money every time. Like, yeah, you want to play these old school fucking PS2 games? Yeah, you do. Give us fucking $20 a month, you dumb little shit.
And before the PS5 came out, the patents leaked that they had done some process to add trophies to PlayStation 1 games, I think.
Ooh.
And so as a trophy hound, I was very happy. But that everybody was like, okay, so we're definitely have backwards compatibility. And if this is the way it comes back and it's only streaming, I don't know.
If
I
it's
mean, like,
only streaming, I
tried-
won't touch it.
I tried Game
Oh,
Pass for the
man.
first time only, like ever today, and it worked great for 2 hours, and then I can't use it anymore. So I know that's like a PC thing. I know it works fine on Xbox, but I'm not a fan of
Doesn't,
these
though.
these subscription services.
No, I agree. I don't like subscription services with anything. Like the new Photoshop, for example. I don't want to have to pay Adobe a yearly thing just to fucking edit
That's
pictures.
egregious. I wish they would lose all
Yeah,
customers.
like there's so many different like services out there now. Well, fucking streaming services. You got Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus. It's so many now, and it's like nobody wants to get all of these. Nobody wants to pay monthly for things that used to be just you bought them and you own them, and
Yeah.
you don't even own them now. They could just
think it's
take your
a-
service away at any point, and
Plus,
then you don't have them anymore.
streaming games
just
is
a-
ass.
Yeah,
That's for sure. But yeah, they're moving away from ownership in general because that gives you too many rights, and then
yeah.
they have to find an excuse to make you
Yeah.
buy it again.
They
Like you're
can't.
saying.
They can't
Yeah,
control
exactly.
what you do with it.
So like even with Halo, not to bring Halo up early or anything, but the disc, a lot of people are getting the disc early. One person, like a games insider, was hyped because he got the disc yesterday, and he's like, "Oh
Oh.
shit,
Oh,
first
no.
game I ever get to play early." So because of smart delivery, the disc is an Xbox One disc, not an Xbox Series disc. So they cannot fit a Series X game on it. So the game is not on the disc. This also happened in the past with Spyro, the trilogy. It has Spyro 1 on it, but not 2 and 3. You have to download them. So it's not Halo is not an always online game. You can play it without internet, but if you want to start it, you need internet. And so like when I used to work at GameStop, that was a huge thing. The Xbox One itself, you need the internet to start it up for the first time. And so we would have families that didn't have internet bring their Xbox in to our GameStop, and we'd plug it up and do the initial internet startup, and then let them take it home because you have
At
to
that-
have it at one time.
At that point, a CD is just a actual fucking DRM key, and that's ridiculous.
You know,
That's so over the top.
Do you-
DRM in general is just so over the top, and all it does is hurt the consumers that actually legitimately want to use that. Like, there's so many studies and shit out there that's like piracy in general is actually good for the longevity of the game. Like, for example, one of the best games out there in terms of this is Factorio, because it's like a over the top puzzle game, and it's $30. It never goes on sale, so if you bought it whenever you bought it, you got the best deal you're gonna get. And then if you pirate it, you can play it all you want, but you can't use mods for it. The mod service is on their website, and you have to have a key to use the mods. They don't care if you pirate it. Go ahead, fucking test it out, play it. But if you want to play with mods, buy our game. And then it worked. It's like one of the highest rated games on Steam ever. It's
Yeah, let's take a. Well, never mind. I don't want to boot up Steam. That'll never mind. Someone else can. I don't want to. It's probably. Isn't it the highest rated?
that I think it's a fight between Portal 2 and
Oh.
Terraria.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Terraria. That's what I was thinking of.
which is another fucking great game.
Terraria slaps.
But yeah, I agree. Like as far as piracy goes, the retro game market as well is actually.
Oh my
insane
god,
now.
it's in tatters.
Like I own Silent Hill just from, childhood, so I'm very lucky to have them now. All of them are $100+. It's insane. These are not rare games. Each of them sold
Yeah.
multiple millions of copies. But like Kuon is a game worth playing. Kuon is $800. No. No, Kuon is $0. Kuon is a ROM.
Yeah, exactly.
Kuon is an ISO. This is insane. And these games deserve to be played, but nobody deserves to be paid $800
No,
for it.
fuck no.
Unless it's
Exactly.
the devs, and then it should be paid
Yeah.
in increments of $20 for a digital version of it on the PlayStation Store.
If the developers would be able to release their own games again and get paid again, I would have no fucking problem, because I don't want to pay Sony for the rights to play a game that isn't theirs. Like,
Yeah.
for example, let's say I want to play Legend of Dragoon and it's on their streaming service, right? The fucking Legend of Dragoon developers probably ain't seen a dime from that, but Sony's just raking in the money from everyone who wants to play that game on their service, and that's fucking stupid.
You said
mean,
Legend
it's
of
like-
Dragoon, and I just went blank.
They're gonna.
I want that game so bad.
It's gonna be a
I know
streaming service, and I'm not gonna get to play anything. I'm so
Dude.
mad already.
it sucks. It sucks.
Preemptive fucking anger.
Why does Jim Ryan hate old games? Why?
He doesn't hate old games. He loves money, dude.
I think he hates old games. I think he's like, no one wants to play that
Why
old shit.
both? Fuck it. You can be a greedy dirtbag and hate video games at the same time. There's nothing stopping him.
That's
The
fair.
time that we got that famous quote out of him that everybody points to when they say he hates old games, and he probably does, is that it was at a Gran Turismo event for the newest one. It was probably Sport at the time, and they had like a kiosk with every old Gran Turismo, and he's like pointing at one or two, and he's like, who would even want to play this anymore? And he's contextualized that as being like, I mean, look how far we've come. Why would you go back? And then it's still like, even with that context,
Still,
it's still
yeah.
stupid. Of course, like
Me,
of course we
me
would wanna
Jim
go back.
Ryan, I do. Not Gran Turismo. I don't like car games, but
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of car games, but that's one of the better racing simulator games out there. Like,
It's
It
got
has been.
it's got the class to it. There's something about Gran
Yeah.
Turismo 4. I think it's got music by a guy that worked at Square. So that game just
Ooh.
feels like
the
you're
music was
playing a car
always really
game
good.
while you drink like a cappuccino in a nice like French restaurant or something. I don't know.
right.
It's
And then you
weird.
got
You pour
Forza, which is like, the slick steakhouse down the road from the fucking coffee house. There's just so many different. There's like 3 big ones, but you can't. They're all different. Like, you can't really compare them. They're all car games. They're all racing games, whatever. But like, they all
Yeah.
have different class and feel to them.
Gran Turismo players, they pour like a little glass of scotch. They have the ice. They don't have ice cubes. They have the ice ball.
Right.
The ice sphere. They put it in the cup. They put a little bit of scotch in there, and they just sit there and go, and then they use their $800 Thrustmaster wheel and pedals, and they just go on drives in their Porsche.
Right.
Every
The
time
one-
somebody asked for the steering wheel when I worked at GameStop, I had to say, "Do you mean the Thrustmaster?"
Like, hold on, wait. This is a GameStop, right? This isn't the shady fucking bookstore down the road, right?
Re-release
Guys coming
Steel
along.
Battalion. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is Steel Battalion the mech game that had like 800
That's the one
pedals?
with that crazy controller. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We'll re-release it. I'm ready. I've waited long enough. Alright. What else we got here? Final Fantasy XIV has queue times that last hours. Hours.
Literal hours.
Literal
And then they
hours.
glitch out.
And then you get kicked out of queue. And then you start it up, and they don't let you in queue, and then you lose your place in line, and then you're back at 4,000. If you're on a low server, if you're on a high server, it's 12,000.
Now, I've played Path of Exile on a release date from a new season, so that's kind of the norm for me. But like, when you're not used to that, like World of Warcraft had massive queue times when it was super popular, but people cycled off on World of Warcraft a lot faster. Like a 2,000 queue time, that'd be gone in like maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and everyone timed out. You'd sit AFK for too long, your character would get kicked out, and someone else would take your spot in the game.
Yep.
I don't think Final Fantasy has any of that. I think you can just sit there and AFK for like 12 hours and nobody, like, it doesn't ever do anything.
They're giving you 7 free days of playtime because of this. So I mean,
Damn.
that's pretty fucking cool. That's how long it'll take me to get in the game, but at least I didn't pay for it, I guess.
I saw a meme about circumventing AFK mechanics, so I think there might be something that is kicking people out.
Yeah.
I think it was like something
You might
something
be
about like
right.
doing like a circle around your house to like touch the analog stick every once in a while or something.
I had a headache yesterday and I was playing it, so my bed is right here. So every half hour I would reach over and slap my space bar.
Dude,
I was
you
like, I'll
should,
play in a couple hours.
You're playing
Just
dirty,
for
bro.
shits and giggles, go just to have a laugh. Go look up Alterac Valley anti-AFK on YouTube,
Oh my god.
and you will see some of these inventions that people come up with. Like, people will make actual, like, they took like an old broken fan, and had it go on like rotate mode, and they'd like tape a pencil to it, and it'd bonk their spacebar every fucking 30 seconds.
Oh my god, like
and
one of
they
those
just sit in battlegrounds.
one of the birds that you put water in and
Yes.
it just
Yes.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Someone actually did that as well. Like, there's tons of them. There's so many that people make. Some guy used some Legos and, like, Lego Connects and shit like that to make some robot that tapped his spacebar just so he could sit in a battleground and not AFK out.
God.
Absolutely
God.
ridiculous. And this was, like, 10 years ago, so I'm assuming technology's probably advanced more than that.
Yeah,
that you
people
can
just made
automate that.
macros.
So, yeah. It's ridiculous. And that's why the queue times are so long, because there's people
Yeah.
like
Because
that.
me.
Just okay,
People
well,
like
I'm not gonna
me.
fucking... Yeah,
I'm
you're part of the
responsible.
problem.
You're a bad boy.
It's fine. I deserve it more than them.
That's fair.
Listen, kid, I'm better than you. Let me in the front.
What's this? Who wrote Last of Us remake Omega Lol? What is this?
That was me.
That was not me. Yeah.
No,
remake?
they're. I don't think they're remaking it. They are remastering it for the
Again?
PS5, but I think
They've
I'm
remastered it for PS4.
The
I think they're doing
leak
it for
actually,
PS5.
the leak was that it is a full remake. Actually,
Why?
What?
this
It's
came
not
out.
even that old.
This came out with the was it the Bloomberg Jason Schreier PlayStation 5 is only focused on blockbusters thing about them like shunning indies, which was like half true. I don't know. I think it's weird to be like PlayStation won't give anybody a chance, and then them like championing Returnal, which is made by like 12 dudes in the snow, but but yeah, apparently they are going to remake the game, not just
God.
remaster.
I
Now
see.
remake might be too strong of a term. This is not like Shadow of the Colossus like Final Fantasy 7, but it is more than a remaster because I think Last of Us 2 might have been like a different engine, so they're gonna be going back and doing like maybe new mocap and stuff. But
I
they already
liked-
have like a really solid foundation.
I enjoyed Last of Us 1.
It's completely unnecessary though. But
Yeah, 100%. Like, I don't...
Yeah. Over the top.
I'm trying to find... I saw Neil Druckmann was in the news because he...
played Fortnite.
He liked or retweeted... I can't remember which one it is. I'm trying to find it. He liked or... Up there it is. He liked it. He didn't retweet, so it's probably nothing. But someone was saying The Last of Us Part 1 had objectively bad writing. So people were framing it as he didn't like Last of Us 1. Which, didn't he not totally have full control of that one?
He co-directed it, so it was just
So
and
it wasn't
essentially
just
they
him. So he's probably like, oh, yes, it's not just my work, it's inferior.
it was Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley. But the thing is, Neil Druckmann had full like story and narrative control, and Bruce Straley was straight up like gameplay mechanics.
Oh,
combat.
okay, so it's a nothing story. Then.
From what I know,
Nothing
from what I know,
story
so-
then. Forget I said that. It's nothing.
So maybe he was just being petty, which is also maybe newsworthy. Somebody of his stature being like, yeah, it has really bad writing.
The
Wow,
tweet was
200
stupid
Game Year
anyway.
award-winning.
It wasn't even a good tweet. It was a dumb tweet. It was so fucking...
God damn it.
It's not even...
I mean, even like the weirdos still frothing about Last of Us 2 love The Last of Us 1. So I don't know who's out there being like, Last of Us 1 sucks.
I liked
The
one.
four
Yeah.
guys in the back of the fucking room that nobody hears.
Like, it's totally cool not to like the game, but there are people still like any time somebody's like, just play Last of Us 2, thought it was pretty good, they're like, you're a fucking idiot.
I was one of those people. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna take this to my grave. That's Logan.
I didn't like 2. 2 it was just miserable. I don't play games to be miserable. Like,
it is a very...
Playing Last of Us 2 feels like you've been outside all day, it was 40 degrees and raining, and your socks got wet. That is 1-to-1 that game.
Dude, Last of Us 2 is definitely wet socks. Like, that's how I would sum up that game.
The way you're saying it, I feel like it's being like under a blanket that isn't warm enough.
Yeah.
And like maybe not big enough, so your like feet keep sticking out, and also somebody's hitting you with a bat.
Yeah.
And
yep.
then
no golf club.
And then like in between chapters, somebody actually comes in and puts a warm blanket on you and stops the person with the bat, and you turn around and look, and it's your dad, and it's the best you've ever seen him. He's like your favorite memory of your dad, and then they beat him to death, and then they put the small blanket back on you, and they keep beating you.
Oh God.
Pretty accurate though on how much he hates that game.
The fucking game. So yeah, remake Y. Okay.
Yeah.
Remake Y.
Remake
Y.
Omega Law.
Halo Infinite subreddit locked down completely because people don't like the progression system, and people don't like that people don't like the progression system, and they've been at war for days, and the mods were just like, fuck it, nothing. Let me see if I can find... Hold on.
There's a civil war, and we're just gonna nuke our citizens. Like, that's where we're at.
Let me find an exact thing of what they said. It was so fucking funny.
They really got stuck between a rock and a hard place, because they stuck true to like Halo's formula, and like Halo fans are happy about that. And then they're like, we have to have a battle pass because that's how you make money now, and that makes the Zoomers happy. And then that part sucks. So,
Dude, don't even get me fucking started on battle pass. Oh my god.
Okay, here we go. Don't say that people are entitled crybaby manchilds. However, you also don't want to call people bootlicking dick suckers. So, yeah, they had to shut it down because people were mad, and people were mad that people were mad. It's fucking ridiculous. But I did want to talk about how terrible their cash shop is, because a sunflower on your ear costs $15.
oh my god. I saw that sunflower when I customized my character. Because when I made the decision to play Halo, it was a big decision for me. This was like changing religions. And I made my Spartan all blue, PlayStation blue, and my Xbox gamer tag is God King PS5. So, I went through and I was like putting a 5 on all my stuff, and I saw that sunflower, and I was like, that's mad cute. Then I saw it cost money, and I wouldn't pay for it. But I didn't know what the Halo coins converted to. $15, man. Jesus Christ.
Dude, people are going apeshit about that because like
People are mad about
get,
everything.
Yeah, the whole experience has been just like everybody shitting on everyone else's opinions. It's just everything's on fire regarding that game. Which I kind of think is like the norm nowadays. When a big game releases, everybody just goes apeshit. They jump down its throat and just hate everything about it, even when it's all not that bad. Like me or you could hop on and have a fucking blast with that game, but people are gonna be like, "How do you not hate it? It's the worst." It's like, dude, it's a video game. Just play it for the things you like about it, and then don't play it when you don't like it.
I'm almost enjoying the anger.
Yeah, there was no nuance in the Cyberpunk discussion.
Oh my god, I liked Cyberpunk.
I don't think anyone's ever talked about the game besides like its technical state. I don't know. Like, you're like, I thought the story was good. It's like, what story? What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What about when the fucking car glitches through the ground? You fucking idiot! Like, what? Dude,
See,
I just played through it and had fun.
My PC is mid to high, so I didn't have like I had some funny glitches. I didn't have like game breaking bugs though.
Yeah, I played on PS5 and it was fine.
Yeah, and I think Thunderhawk said it before when we were talking about Cyberpunk, but if you've ever played The Witcher 3 when that first came out, that game was a buggy mess too. So
People forgot.
Yeah.
I didn't forget. I was there. I played that before it came out. I got it early.
Ooh.
I mean, that is that's a segue to another point. What the fuck is up with the state of AAA game companies just pre-releasing shit that's not bug tested? Like, just fix your game before you release it.
They gotta fire those QAs so the CEO can get his $110 million bonus.
Fucking
The
idiots.
the Ravensoft guys did the math. Bobby Kotick's salary could pay all of their salaries for 100 years.
100 years.
100 years.
100 years. Obnoxious.
Fucking ridiculous.
Rampant greed. That's the problem with AAA game companies, is because it stopped being about passionate people making video games that they loved. It started being about how can we make our shareholders as much
games are being made by
possible.
shareholders instead of people that want to make video games.
Yep. I think indie games are gonna start making a huge stride towards being the norm for hardcore gamers, because they actually put passion into their fucking games and not greed. There's so many games I could talk about that are indie games. 90% of my favorite games are indie games now, when it used to be most of my favorite games were Blizzard games when I was a kid. And it just shows the whole fucking drastic shift between video game companies being about, hey, we want to make a game that's really great and we want to make it as awesome as possible, to this hey, we need to print as much money as possible out of these little kids.
Yeah.
You know who's not having a QA problem in AAA is every Japanese AAA.
Yeah.
I played Final Fantasy VII Remake at launch. And
I think they respect
Cloud's bedroom door.
They respect their QA, because when they had the delay Endwalker, Yoshi P was like, the QA people told me they needed more time, and I respect that, so we'll give them more time.
Yeah.
Whereas over here, if the QA team was like, yo, this doesn't work, and the CEO would be like, shut up. Go back to work.
Yeah. Well, why the fuck doesn't it work? Fix it. You're the QA team, and then they'd give him
by the way, your friend is fired.
Shift.
Your friend is fired, and we'll fire you if you don't fix it now.
Yeah, and then it stays broken because the guy they fired is the person who's gonna fix it, and then they fire that guy, and then it's well, we need a whole new QA team.
That rotation. But
So
yeah, Final Fantasy
dude.
VII Remake was fine. Resident Evil Village was fine. Lost Judgment, I just played through. Just no issues, technically. Just the whole way through.
Yeah. Yep.
These are beautiful games, too. Crazy high production value.
The only Japanese company that needs QA is Platinum. Platinum can't seem to make a game that doesn't run at 10 FPS recently.
What do they make? What kind of games do they make?
Astral
I don't
Chain.
really know.
They make Bayonetta, Devil May Cry-ish games.
Oh, okay.
Action games. Astral Chain ran at 10 FPS. That was fun. Babylon's Fall looks
Did Automata have any problems?
On PC it didn't run at all.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
PS4 wasn't bad. But
All
Babylon's
Yoshi P did come out crying because of the delay. I think he said it was the first delay in his entire career, and this man's been making stuff since the Final Fantasy Tactics days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty big event for him.
But that just shows you how much he actually gives a shit, because if fucking one of these Western developers had to come out and be like, yeah, we delayed our game, they probably would be like, yeah, I'm not going to make any more money until next month when it comes out. I'm sorry.
And they work them to death.
I don't know what is with the Western world and their rampant fucking greed and carelessness with their workforce. Just the turnover rate here is just insane on not even just video games, just every job in the entire country right now, and in Canada and US is just on fire right now.
You're gonna work 80
nobody
hour
cares
weeks
about their employees
and Saturdays.
Yeah, nobody cares about their employees anymore, and it's very, very specifically targeted at the video game industry because it's completely ran off of passion. Your video game developers are doing 80, 90-hour work weeks trying to get their game, their vision out for us to play. And
I've never had a job that required me to sleep under my desk.
Yeah,
I don't think I would have it for very long if that was the case.
For sure. You gotta have some fucking titanium knickknacks to work a job where you're literally sleeping under your desk to get your fucking product out. And it's not even your product, it's making some other guy rich.
These companies hire, I can't remember who it was, but they hired maid services and laundry services for the employees because the employees couldn't get it done, so they hired. Instead of using that money to give to the employees.
Or hire more employees to do the job that they have
Oh
to
my
spend 100
God.
hours a week
I
on.
just don't understand.
Like,
These people they're cartoon villains.
They are. Like, jobs that are perpetually understaffed. Why are you perpetually understaffed? Do you know what the fucking qualifier understaffed means? Hire more fucking workers. That's all you have to do and your problem's solved. Don't work your one worker 80 hours when you could have two that actually have lives and don't get burned out and want to actually murder their boss.
Anyway, Halo Infinite. Moving down the list here. Whatever the fuck Sonic Frontiers is has a website up.
Sonic Frontiers.
We'll see that tomorrow.
God. I hope that's not the new movie.
No, it's a new game they're announcing.
Oh boy.
I hope
Open world Sonic.
I hope it's as much of a dumpster fire as Forces was, because that was really funny to watch.
Well, what about
Forces is funny.
06?
What was that?
Sonic 06.
Oh, Sonic 06.
Hold on, we need to not trigger Thunderhawk.
Follow me.
Follow me.
Oh, jeez. The hardest boss in that game is the camera.
God. Sonic.
I played a little bit of Forces because it was a PlayStation Plus game, and it just...
Bad.
The beginning of the game is Sonic being tortured by terrorists, and you have to free him. So
Interesting that they took the Archie Comics approach to Sonic.
in the Sonic Riverdale crossover.
The Kin Panders fucking
They're
Sonic.
published by the same comic company, right? That's
They
what's
were.
going on
They're
here.
not anymore.
Gotcha.
Dude, I had one of those comics. That shit was weird. It was bizarre. Seeing Sonic threaten to kick somebody's ass, I was like, what?
Like, what is?
Why isn't he
You
running?
let my girlfriend go.
You let her go or you'll face the wrath of
Man.
Sonic.
Sonic was banging back on the fucking Genesis, dude.
Mania was
What
really
happened?
good, but Mania was made by Westerners and the Japanese didn't like that, so now we'll never see Mania 2.
That's a real Fallout New Vegas situation right there.
Oh, it is, 100%.
Somebody else made our game and did it better. God damn it.
Fuck them.
Right?
They'll never work on another one.
Right? How fucking dare they?
Which is sad, because Mania's really good.
I think I've played Mania.
It's real good.
What was that on?
Everything.
Yeah, Switch, PS4, Xbox, PC.
Another Eden... Another Eden spoiled
Could
what
be
we
like
already
that,
knew. Chrono Cross remaster coming. Another Eden had a Chrono Cross crossover. I don't know what the
Let me
fuck
tell ya.
Another Eden is, but it spoiled it. What is
If you
this?
guys haven't seen the collaboration video, it's actually like a remake of the Chrono Cross PS1 opening.
What?
And featuring stuff from Another Eden. I don't know shit about Another Eden either. But I was like blown away by the production values behind like a recreation of the Chrono Cross opening. It's not going to be the one they use in the remaster because there's too much Another Eden shit in it. But it's amazing. It's amazing. There can't be any other reason besides the remaster for them to just be like, we're going to collaborate with that game from 1999, right?
I figured out what's causing the drops. I figured it out.
Let me guess. One of your fucking games are updating in the background.
No, it's Google Chrome updating in the background.
Fucking trash.
Garbage. Sorry, guys. It was a momentary lapse.
Awful Boogs. See you later.
Later,
Enjoy that
Boogs.
See ya,
dinner.
buddy.
One second. Let me.
Technical difficulties. It's the first cast.
First cast, please don't shoot me. I'm gonna find a way to
Just
stop
stuff.
Google.
Scuff the jank.
I'll find a way to stop Google one day.
Scuff Jake podcast.
We're actually doing QA testing right now.
We're QAing
Yeah.
for Google.
QAing for free.
All right. Podcast.
I have the gamer chair I have, the armchairs, like the armrest, excuse me, are connected to the ass part, and I don't know, like they keep bending outwards, so then every once in a while I have to like grab them and bend them back in.
What the fuck?
They're like made of this flimsy metal, and I have to just bend
Oh,
them
no.
back where I want them.
Bro, that doesn't sound good.
That's horrific.
all right. Fake it till you make it.
Gotta fucking bend an iron bar to get your chair to work.
How I stay in shape. Just trying to reshape my game.
Oh, hang on, doing some fucking. Get some exercise in here, boys.
But yeah,
Doing my chair curls.
another Eden, some kind of single player
Chair
JRPG
curl.
that's on phones.
Wait, what?
Another Eden is on phones and Steam. I don't know if it's any good.
So I don't know if it's good either, but apparently like one of the reasons behind the crossover is it's made by the Chrono Trigger Chrono Cross dude.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you kind of swayed me when you said on phones, but then you're like Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross guy. I was like, fuck. Maybe.
Well, it's also on Steam.
Maybe
You
that's-
can get it on PC.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
if I don't gotta play it with my goddamn thumbs, we're good to go. Dude, I don't know how people mobile game. Your hands take up like fucking 40% of the viewings of the game.
I tried the Final Fantasy VII Battle Royale on phones.
Oh,
I played it for 5 minutes and turned it off and uninstalled it.
I played it too,
about
buddy.
right.
It is not fun. I was gonna force myself to do it just so I could be like the competitive Final Fantasy VII champion or whatever, but nah.
It's bad is a word I use frequently, but that was a whole. That game sucks. It's terrible.
I'm quite excited about the other Final Fantasy VII remake. What is it? Ever Crisis or some shit like that. coming
Ooh,
out on
Ever
phones.
Crisis. Oh my god.
It's only on phones from what I see, and that really bothers me.
God damn it.
But
Stop it.
I might just try to emulate it. I don't know, but
I hope we're looking
Pretty
at
fucking
a
excited
Final
about it.
Fantasy 15 pocket situation where it was like exclusively a phone thing, and then they were like, okay, we're putting it on PC and consoles too.
let's get that going because I would
Yeah.
play the absolute shit out of that.
They're remaking all of it though. That's the thing that blows my mind. Like,
Yeah.
it's
What?
the movie, Crisis Core,
movie-
Dirge.
Yeah, the whole kit from start to finish, and that's just great.
That'll be rad.
Yeah. If I could play through Crisis Core without playing Crisis Core, that'd be fucking awesome. That game, dude. That game, let me tell you.
Conflict
like-
resolved.
What was it? Activating combat mode every fucking time you got into a battle.
Is that the one that had the K-pop star?
Gacked.
Is he coming back?
Maybe. From what I heard, there's like a falling out with him in the Final Fantasy squad. So maybe they'll write him out. I pray to God they'll write him out. I don't know.
I saw.
email fucking.
I think I watched a video, like a cinematic game movie, whatever the fuck, about that entire game, and his character didn't make any sense.
No, and that's the thing too. It's like, I have no problem with there being a J-pop star in the fucking game, but the fact that they like insert him into some of the most important pivotal moments of the entire like story, and the thing is like they don't even insert him in like he was important. It's just like those scenes are happening, like Sephiroth, becoming a villain, and then Gak just like flies down in the background, and he's like, see, he's like, see, you should be evil. I don't like it.
Dude, so bad. I'm glad they hammered home the remake, 7 remake, because I was really worried about that. I was super worried about that.
I don't know
especially
what
with all
I'd
the
have done.
delays and stuff. Yeah. It's like that is
over
quite
for your
literally,
old pal.
right. That is quite literally 7 is actually my favorite piece of media that's ever been made, like, of all time.
As somebody
Same
that's
here.
had their favorite game ripped out, destroyed, and had the old
Yes.
version destroyed, it's not a good feeling.
Yes.
I've-
No, it's not.
Warcraft 3 killed me. I've never been the
Dude.
same.
I'm so
Hits
sorry.
you right in the fucking heart, man. It's like getting stabbed in the chest.
I'll never
It's
get
terrible.
that piece of me that I lost that day it came out.
Yeah. Dude, I lived on Warcraft 3 for quite a while. Like I
My
said,
favorite
Blizzard
game
was one
ever.
of my... They were my favorite video game company, like, ever. They were the reason that I wanted to get into game design and stuff like that. Like, they were a huge pivotal point, and some of the people at that company were actual idols of mine. Like, Chris Metzen, I love that guy.
Imagine if
He's
they made
actually
Remake.
one of my fucking heroes.
Imagine if Remake came out, and then they went back and destroyed every original version of 7, to where you could not play. You can't. They bought every disc and they ripped it in half. That is what Blizzard did to Warcraft 3.
I still actually have my legit copy of Warcraft 3.
So do
somewhere.
I. Guess what? You can't put it
It's
online.
fucking terrible. That's so stupid.
I didn't mean to get off on a tangent there. That's just.
Oh, I mean, that's
you
kind of what
asked.
this is about.
You
so.
asked what would happen. I'll tell you what'll happen because it happened to me.
That's kind of what this podcast is about. It's just like we're gonna stick to like a script overall, but we're probably just gonna rant a lot.
Yeah.
I can't believe that about Warcraft. It's just like, it reminds me of, of course, the Grand Theft Auto situation where it's like these are some of the most important things ever.
Oh yeah.
There would be no Grand Theft Auto 5 without 3 through San Andreas, and then you just release.
We can talk
that
about
garbage.
that. I'll put that under the GTA section because there's some GTA stuff to talk about.
Ooh.
Man.
Okay.
GTA.
Rollback. They implemented rollback on several older fighting games. BlazBlue, Central Fiction, and Cross Tag Battle now have rollback netcode. Big deal if you like fighting games. I can't go into details. I just know that rollback makes it work better. It feels
I don't
good.
know any of that.
We won't go too deep
I mean,
into it.
I'm not a fighting game guy, so I don't think any of us are.
I think rollback does a thing where the game is kind of like running ahead in a few instances. I think some emulators even do this to reduce like latency if you really want a low latency NES game. And so it's like constantly like doing like all the possible permutations of what could happen and then is rolling back so there's like as little lag and input lag as possible.
Witchcraft.
And yeah, just witchcraft, just actual witchcraft. Virtual
like...
Fighter 5 does not use this, and it came out this year, and they were like, there's like some weird thing where Japanese developers are like looking down on rollback because it's like invented by like some dudes in their basement in America. I don't know.
So is it like buffering all the possible input combinations that both characters can do? Like, what if this person hit his low punch right now and just buffers all that, and then whichever outcome happens, they just play that kind of thing?
I think that's what's going on from the way it's been explained to me. But I love fighting games, and I'm competitive in a few, but I can't fuck with the anime fighting games. I don't know what it is.
Anime fighting games
BlazBlue,
make me
Melty Blood. Guilty Gear is so cool, and I wish I could get into it, but...
I see some people play that fucking DBZ fighting game, and it just like
it's like a real DBZ fighter.
Guitar Hero.
Fucking
yeah, it looks like they're playing Guitar Hero with their PS4 control. I'm like, what the fuck are you? What in the hell are you doing right now? I can't even see your fingers move.
I can play Tekken. That's about it. I like Tekken and Soul Calibur.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was my drug. I used to go to tournaments and whatnot.
I bought that. There wasn't a tutorial, and I refunded that because I was bad. I was like, oh, this is a bit much for me.
I played Killer Instinct when I was a kid on the SNES, and that was like my extent of fighting games. That the early Mortal Kombat's on the SNES, and Killer Instinct and Street Fighter a little bit, and
that
then
black
once I was
Killer Instinct cartridge.
Ooh.
Yes,
I had
soundtrack.
I had the Game Boy, Killer Instinct.
Ooh,
this is so good, dude. I love Killer Instinct so goddamn much.
It's really good.
Alright, Take-Two sucks. They need to take 2 steps back and go fuck themselves. They threatened the creators of It Takes Two. They told them they couldn't trademark that. So I don't think they know what's going to happen with It Takes Two, which is unfortunate because that's a good video game.
Yeah, that's the one where you like grab a fucking buddy and you go partner up and run around and do puzzles and shit, right?
Yeah, you're getting divorced.
Much
that's
like
the
marriage,
plot.
You just get
that's
a buddy
the...
and you fucking run around, do puzzles and shit.
That's the plot.
Basically,
you play the couple that's getting divorced. And your daughter is apparently a witch and turns you into a doll.
Huh.
And, yeah, it's a good little game, made by the guys that made A Way Out.
How can a company called Take-Two claim something like It Takes Two, which is a phrase, like a whole phrase, which isn't takes? It's not Takes Two. That's not the company. The game is It Takes Two. And then there's the song, like It Takes Two.
Like, Take Two is like, okay, Take Two, action, and then It Takes Two is like a totally separate fucking idea.
Yeah, It Takes Two is definitely based on, I think there are 2 songs.
Take-Two pays their lawyers
It Takes Two.
Billions, probably, because Take-Two is made of gold.
I hope they go to court, and I hope the judge is like, you're fucking stupid.
I wish.
and just kicks that shit out, and then they just waste all them fucking all them
Tomorrow,
millions on them lawyers.
Joseph, what is that guy's name?
Fares?
Fares? Is it? Hold on. It takes two.
But yeah, that game's nominated for Game of the Year, so I gotta play it.
It's a good game. I didn't play it, but I've watched many videos. Joseph Fares. Joseph Fares is gonna be on the Game Awards tomorrow, and you know how crazy he is.
That's the fuck the Oscars guy.
That's the fuck the Oscars guy. He's probably gonna say
Hey.
fuck Take Two.
He was so drunk.
I wonder if he's
What-
just
what a
like that.
lad.
What if he's not?
Can-
What if
can
that's
you-
just how he is?
Right.
He's kind of got like the Tommy Wiseau voice going, but he's actually making like good things, you know?
Yes. That guy, he's a really talented developer.
I never played Brothers, but I heard good things about that too.
Oh, Brothers fucked me up. That's such a good game. Godfall. Godfall.
Polar Bond.
It's just
What do you
called
gotta
Two
say
Brothers. God damn it. God damn it. Godfall. Godfall's not a very good game.
When we gonna hop on Godfall, Thunderhawk? I'm
When do
ready
you
to-
want to play? I'll do it. I'll do it whenever. I have no plans.
Fuck yeah, man. Let's go. Let's play that piece of shit.
It's just imagine if you took God of War Combat and made it slower. And it sucks to play. It doesn't feel fun. Like they marketed it. Go ahead.
Randy Pitchford published that. Who made it? I forget.
Some new guys in Australia, I think. Hold on, let me look.
It's a shame.
Godfall.
I want to talk down to their first project, but it's messed up. Like you could have just like
Counter-
straight ripped.
Counterplay games.
Gotcha. You could have just ripped God of War's combat and not made a bad version of it.
Right.
They market it as a fast-paced hack and slash looter, but it's not. It's a God of War wannabe slow, clunky mess.
Oh god, that sucks.
Like, here's how you fix it. Move the camera, make the camera movable, and make the combat faster, and you have a 7.5 out of 10 game. I have fixed your game. Hire me.
Nah, just kidding. We're gonna fire half of our
And
QA.
the
and,
problem is, it's
rock and roll
competing
with
with Warframe, and Warframe is just... Like, it's like an ant picking a fight with a lion,
For sure.
because Warframe is nuts.
Can you just not move the camera at all, or is it Resident
It's-
Evil 4?
It's Resident Evil 4,
-ish?
it's stuck behind you. And you can't... So, like, in a good hack and slash game, you can attack and then move your stick and attack over here, and like you can move around 360 degrees. This, you can only attack in front of you. So you're as slow as your right stick is, which is very fucking slow.
Yeah, you
That
can't make a
is
hack and slash
awful.
like that.
No, you
No.
can't.
Because part of the genius about it, God of War being that way, where it's over the shoulder but still fast-paced combat, is they've balanced it in such a way as to you're never going to really need to like turn around and immediately attack. It's more like you might know there's a thing back there and they're going to give you like a screen indication, but it's at a pace where it's manageable and it still feels tense. But if you're supposed to just be killing everything, picking up loot, you got to be fast.
There's a special button
Yeah.
to turn around. It's like the right D-pad or some shit. But like,
That's so that's really Resident Evil tank controls.
Yeah.
You know, RE3
So
introduced
bad.
the Jill Valentine 180-degree turn. That's so funny.
it's just like, what are you doing, man? It just feels like they wanted to make two games and then they meshed them together and they fucked it up.
Like they didn't know which one they
Yeah.
really wanted to stick with. so
I was
they made
getting the
both.
Order 1886 vibes.
I like that game.
I like that game too, but it wasn't trying to be a hack and slash.
You're
Like-
right. You're right.
Anyway, Godfall, it's okay, I guess. It's free, sort of.
It's
It's
okay, I
sort of
guess.
free. They don't give you the full game. You get the Challenger edition, which lets you not play the game. So thanks for that, I guess.
Can you go into detail? What
it
the hell
skips.
does that?
It skips the entire game and just puts you in endgame. And you can buy all the warframes, whatever the
Alright.
fuck they're called, shard plates.
Whenever I hear the word in game, for me, you know, as a single player person, I just think of Final Fantasy X, like before you're about to enter Sin, or maybe you've knocked, you know, like right there at the end before the final dungeon, And I'm just thinking about like if you bought Final Fantasy X and that's where you start.
Yeah, that's this Challenger Edition. They let you play the very first level, and then they're like, and in game.
Okay, so it'd be like Final Fantasy VII. You're walking through a reactor. The
You
reactor,
get off the
opening,
train,
the whole
and then
thing.
you're fighting Sephiroth.
Here's Emerald Weapon. Good fucking luck.
It's like you don't. I don't understand what their deal was, because you have to learn 50 levels worth of talents, skills,
Dude,
combos.
like imagine if you were just forced to boost in Final Fantasy XIV. Like,
Yeah.
You're just like, here's your first raid, and you're like, wait, I just had one button, now I have like 38.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. And they're like, if you really want to play the game, give us money. I'm like,
Also,
fuck
it's
off.
funny that when they announced that it was Challenger Edition, because the way they've started naming games, we used to just have the game of the Year edition, and that was like it. And then games started doing Game of the Year editions, but they weren't good enough to be Game of the Year, so they would call them Deluxe editions or Ultimate editions. So I think Godfall has Godfall Day 1 edition, Godfall Ultimate edition, Godfall Deluxe edition, and
Godfall
Godfall Challenger
Challenger
edition. So they're like, Challenger edition? They're gonna give me all the DLC? This is fucking dope.
no, they don't.
No. No.
See, that was the thing.
Just
I
kidding,
was
you have actually less of the game.
I was actually interested in Godfall. I was wanting to try it out, and if I liked it on PS Plus, I was gonna buy the DLC in the game. But now I'm not going to. because you didn't give me the game to play, you gave me the end to play, and I'm mad about it.
Why not just make a demo?
Fucking yes. Why don't games? Why does Chorves not have a demo on PS5 but they do on PC?
And I get not making a demo before a game is released because then you're splitting resources. It's like a different thing. You have to
Right.
make a different build
Slice,
for a demo.
yeah.
But after the game is out, and in the case of like Godfall, you need some more attention. You need people to be coming
Yeah.
in and maybe buying this game. Why not make a demo then? I don't
What
know.
happened to demos? Like, dude, there's so many games, like PS1 era, you get a fucking demo disc in your goddamn pizza box.
dude, the
when
demo
you order
discs.
from Domino's and shit. Like
The
you
demo
get one
discs.
fucking everywhere,
Oh.
dude. So good. And I had played so many fucking games back then that I would have never played had I
Yep.
not had a demo disc.
Remember the secret where you press R2 and it'd flip over and there's like 2 secret games?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Blew my fucking mind.
And then there was also dude, I had one that had a couple badass ones, and then had like a Spyro the Dragon, the first fucking Spyro game, and then Medieval.
Ooh,
I don't
Medieval's good.
remember. That's such a good game, and I would have like never have looked into that had I not had the demo. And I actually bought that game when I was younger.
My
Like,
favorite
that
one
game slapped.
I had.
I finished that game for the first time
Ooh, that's,
last month.
how'd you feel about it? Was it the remake?
Yes. Apparently you can do a thing in the remake to unlock the original, which makes it the
What?
only PS1 game like unedited on the PS4/5. But it was pretty good. It's like a janky ass game
Mm.
carried by how charming and cool everything in it is.
Yeah, that game's art direction. Even at the time, I remember like my first time seeing a PlayStation was Metal Gear Solid 1 and Medieval, and I was like, what the fuck is this
Yeah.
thing? What is
They
this?
got that
crazy.
Danny Elfman ass music playing.
Oh, so good. My favorite demo disc had Armored Core, Tomb Raider, Masters of Terraskazi, which is a terrible Star Wars fighting game. Parappa. It just had like all the bangers.
Parappa, oh my god.
Kick,
Parappa the
kick,
Goat.
Parappa and
punch.
Tomb Raider.
It,
Yeah.
it was the Onion Karate level.
Yep.
That's
Punch, kick.
the first level, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
believe so. Yeah, that's good shit, man.
I
And
miss
then they
demos.
just did away with demos. Like, fuck them. We're just gonna release demos and call them finished games now. Like that's the paradigm we're in.
swing onto the old Buccaneers Bay and be like, this is my fucking demo. No, don't do that. Piracy's bad.
They actually had a lot of demos in the PS3 days, early PS3 days. I remember downloading a shit ton.
Yeah, PS3 had a lot of
'cause
demos.
That was right when I like the point in my life where I was too young of a teenager to work, so I didn't have any money.
Yeah.
And so it
I
was just
mean,
demos all day, and it was great.
but then you could find out which games you really liked enough to buy when you actually got money.
I
Heck
just
yeah.
And it made those ones more special because you're like, I would have never thought to try this game. You know, I don't have enough money to buy a whole game to test out.
Yeah,
Like that. I mean, and then back in the day, you could rent games. Like you could rent games from the video
that's
store.
another
You
big
could go to
difference.
fucking
Yeah,
Blockbuster and just be like, this game looks cool. Let's check this out. And oh my god, this is a fucking banger.
now,
Like
thanks to
that's
Steam,
actually
we have early access where you pay for a demo.
yes. And then it's actually worse when it releases than it was when it came out because they added features that actually suck dick.
Yep. Cool. Thanks for the demo, I guess. Here's my $50.
Yeah. Or they release a demo and then they just take your money and leave and then don't ever finish it. They just shit out a crappy fucking
7 Days to Die. Is that
1.0
you?
and then they're
7
still
Days
not
to Die?
even. They're still in early access. They're adding features.
Okay.
Yeah, once a fucking year maybe. Yeah,
game
we
is
added
so
a new
old.
gun.
Fucking ridiculous.
So fucking stupid.
I hate early access.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like some companies do it.
That's
right.
coming to consoles too, like early access shit. Xbox had a bunch of early access games on it.
They need to lock that shit down. Be
I
like,
don't
no,
think
you can't put early access shit.
I don't think PlayStation does yet. I don't think they allow it. I could
No.
be wrong about that.
Just
Xbox does.
look at the Switch store and how much absolute dog shit games are on the
Oh
Switch
my
store.
god, there's so much shovelware on the Switch.
Like, yeah, dude, it's just shovelware up the ass. Like they need to really dictate what goes to consoles.
I think it should be part of the the QA check when you get licensed to
Yeah.
be on the Switch, when you get licensed to be on the PlayStation, is just like, is this game worth putting on the store? And yeah, I know there's got to be some subjectivity in there, but also just come on, bro. There's got to be the come on, bro test. What?
Is this a
like, the
functional
SNES
video game? Yes, no.
The NES and the SNES, they had their fair share of just absolute dog shit games, but any game with the fucking Nintendo logo on it was an absolute powerhouse.
What is it? The seal
Like,
of
Yes, the seal in it was like Super Metroid fucking rock.
the
That game rocks.
the official Nintendo seal corner here.
Yeah. Yep. That's how you know that game was a
See
banger.
that, you're like,
and
oh fuck. All right. GTA news. There's a new DLC coming with Franklin and Dr. Dre.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah. There's a new DLC coming. Apparently Franklin canonically did not die, and Dr. Dre is somehow involved.
Well, fuck you, Fortnite. I know you have the Rock,
right.
but we have literal Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, that's our answer to Fortnite.
Right?
The definitive edition is a train wreck. Continues to be a train wreck. They added fog. They added fog back in San Andreas.
Oh shit!
Thank God.
Look at him go.
Dr. Dre being in Grand Theft Auto, I think, puts it in the same universe as 50 Cent,
Blood on the Sand.
Blood in the Sand. There's another one, though, on PS2. I forget the name of it. But in the 50 Cent video game universe.
I want the Def Jam cinematic universe to come back.
The Def Jam games are so good.
They're so good. I loved Fight for New York.
Fight for New York is actually expensive now. It's like a rare game.
That's unfortunate. I rented that and played the shit out of it.
I miss renting games, dude.
Dude, renting games every Friday. I'd go to Blockbuster.
You should get
Yeah.
Xbox Game Pass. It's a great value, and it's just like renting games. You could download as many as you want. You can play them for 5 seconds, and you just got to pay us every month.
It just ain't the same, man. I
It's
don't know
not.
why it's different, but it's different. Like
I think-
going
I think-
to Blockbuster and looking at a game and like picking up, and you're like, "Fuck, this looks good." You look at the back of the box. It was like, "This is all the best shit on the back of the box." Tells you all about it, and then you got like 3 or 4 pictures that like shows you some gameplay, and that's all you had to go on. Now you can like, there's just so much information overload that like you can't actively go out and like, oh, this game looks good. They all have this fucking attention-grabbing front cover, and then it's like a little exposition about how the fucking game is the best, and it's just, oh, man, I can't. It's just too much.
No, you're completely right. That is the difference, and it's browsing is a huge part of the experience. And then,
Yeah.
I mean, even one of the things I like now about getting games physically, it's almost like the experience of listening to music on, well, I use YouTube because I'm a weirdo, but if you listen to music on Spotify versus putting on an album, it's
Yeah.
you're like making a conscious choice to do a thing. If you have Game Pass or PlayStation Now, or whatever these services are, you have a catalog, you just like 400 icons of
Yep.
games. And if you stream them, they start
Yeah.
immediately. And if you download them, if you have decent internet, it's going to take you like 6 minutes. And so you just have immediate access to all this garbage. And there's no like, all right, what thing do I decide that I want to spend 3 days with or something? And because sometimes you'd rent a shitty game, and then well, it's time to give it a chance, or
Well, if I'm
like
spending the next 2 days with this piece of shit.
right, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
I'm stuck with it.
Lesson fucking learned. Who
And you end
who
up
made this piece of shit? Hang on, like I'm staying away from them fuckers.
right. That's how you
LJN.
really learn.
Bubsy
You gotta listen
3D.
to garbage to appreciate the good stuff.
I had a game I rented one time called Blasto. That game sucked. That was the first bad
Is that a
game I ever
PS1
played.
game?
It is a PS1 game.
People
Dude.
love that game.
Those people are insane.
I've never played it. I know it's like it's got like some famous cartoon people in it or something.
Yeah. It was the first bad
I've-
game I
I've
ever
had-
played.
I've had so many bangers that I've rented that were just like, they weren't what I was expecting, but they were fucking awesome. It's like, damn, this is a fun game. I might have to rent this again. Those are always the best. Like, there's an RPG on the SNES. I think it was like Black Lagoon or some shit like that. And it was an RPG, but it was like its own unique thing. It was like an action RPG, and never played anything like it back then. And I was like, this isn't what I was expecting, but it's actually kind of fun. I love that shit when you're like not expecting. I was expecting it as a standard JRPG like Final Fantasy. Like I was expecting to just play this company's version of Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest or whatever, And then I get it. I'm like, this is totally unique and fun. This is great.
Dude, speaking of...
I think the SNES is probably second only to the PS1 in RPGs. The Super Nintendo had some great
Yeah.
RPGs.
Super Nintendo was so good.
PS1 had so many, dude. They were just blasting out
Back to
badass
back.
RPGs. Just the whole fucking life of that console was just nothing but great games.
Alright, moving down. Discord wants to charge us rent. A new feature they released today. You can charge
Oh,
people
man.
to, you charge them a subscription to use your Discord. So everybody in my chat, get your wallets out. Daddy has a new source of income.
You
Do
gotta
you
just
think-
take your card and tap it, and your webcam will register the payment, and that's how you can get into my
That's the
Discord.
next 5 years.
So Discord allows like specifically not safe for work channels, right?
Yes.
Do you think this is going to be a way to maybe OnlyFansify Discord?
God.
Yo, we got the titties just locked in here behind a $5 pay.
So
I
I
mean,
think
that's what I'm saying. Like you have like
Yeah.
essentially like a Discord for all your fans or your viewers or whatever, and then there's a channel that you have to pay to get into if you want to talk to me personally, and then there's a channel if you want to see my butt
Right.
cheeks. You
I
have to
think
pay.
yes, and then mothers will find it because their children are in Minecraft forums, and they'll start getting groomed, and then that will immediately stop being a thing.
You're totally right, because I was like, this is
Goddamn,
maybe smart
nailed
for
it.
Discord because OnlyFans was like cracking down on their only form of income, which is sex work. And then I was like, so is Discord trying to get in on this? But Discord is famously a meme for Minecraft groomers. So
Yes.
maybe stay as far away from that
Yes.
as possible.
But let's fully embrace it. We need that extra money. Like, how much of a cut they getting? Like, okay, you could charge, like Thunderhawk's charging $5, right? $5 a month to be in a server. How much of that is going to Discord's pocket?
I don't actually
wonder.
know. Let me see if I can find that on their thing. Never
What
mind.
if it's
I'm
a
not gonna.
Twitch subscription, like 50-50 split almost.
Yeah. Let me see. Discord subscription.
The only thing this chair is missing is like a fucking heated seat, like a car has. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Perfect season. Perfect season to have a warmed gamer chair.
Telling you, man. And then you get, oh shit, our X series fucking spontaneously combusts when you turn the heat on. Oops, they gotta recall them.
Let's see.
Thunderhawk should charge us rent for being in his like video channel right now with him to even talk to him on the podcast. And it's like a hair salon where you have to like pay for your slot in the
This fucking
It's like a
article,
lot, right?
whoever wrote this article is fucking hilarious. The very last paragraph. In case you'd forgotten, this seems like a good time for a regular reminder to please enjoy Discord while it's still good.
If it starts going down the road of Skype, dude, I'm out.
It
Because
will.
Skype was great until it wasn't. Until Microsoft bought it, it was fucking popping.
I
And it was like,
predict
hey, we're gonna shut
I
the ads
predict
everywhere.
Microsoft will buy Discord, or at least try.
Trying.
They
Yeah,
did
I
try.
think
They
they
did
are
try.
Oh, they
trying.
did? Fuck.
I think that was who tried to buy it from that 8 billion or whatever the hell.
I can't
Crazy,
find how much they
obnoxious
take.
amount.
Yeah, I can't.
Morgan said 10% shootings.
You think?
I
Maybe.
don't know where she got that info.
That's. I mean, if that's so, that's reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
wouldn't
is
be for sure.
reasonable. That's fair.
But yeah, this news does come right off the back of what Discord was thinking about doing some kind of weird NFT shit, right?
God, can we
Dude,
get off that?
NFTs just make my eyes roll back at my
I would
head.
like to hunt down the guy
Oh
that
my
made
God.
NFTs and just throw him in the ocean.
Yes.
Like, just fucking yeet him into space.
I'd like to think that they had the altruistic goal of just fooling stupid rich people, and it got way out of control. But I don't know. Maybe they're a piece of shit too. I don't know.
Right. Like they were just set out to troll rich people. Like, just give me your money, rich guys, and that's what they did. And now all the normies are picking up on it. It's like, no, just stop, get out of here.
Blockchain,
Just for you.
NFT, crypto. Ugh.
I think it would be hard for you to find someone who loves monkeys more than I do. But this cartoon ape shit, I can't do it.
Dude, I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's
with
not
that.
even like tasteful. It's not even like pin-up art or like some kind of weird abstract stuff, or not even the weird boomer skeleton Grim Reaper shit that you see like on biker jackets or in the PlayStation 4 theme section. Why is it these monkeys? I'll never
Like,
wrap my head around
why
it.
specifically monkeys? You know,
gonna
like
sell
who
Elijah
sat
Wood
down
a
and was
monkey?
like, this is what it's gonna be about.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
It's so funny.
Don't
I've got
understand.
PlayStation music playing and it's Ape Escape while we talk about this.
Ooh,
It's perfect.
that's beautiful. I love Ape Escape. That was the first game I got in trouble for renting because it didn't work. My mom got very
I'm gonna
mad.
put it out. Gonna put out into the world that Team Asobi, the team that makes Astro's Playroom, the PS5
Yes.
packing, is gonna make a new Ape Escape.
I will lose my shit because Astro is so good.
That game is so much better than it has any fucking right to be.
Astro
Like,
is
that-
so good.
So good. That's what happens when you put some delicate people on some game dev shit. You know, like they know how to they know what they're doing.
Astro's
And like
Playroom
outside of
He
is
can
Smash
fun.
Bros, it's like the biggest celebration of like a game company's history like ever.
ever,
Yeah.
ever.
Top notch. Bravo to them, honestly. Like, seriously, like they're that's a pretty top tier game. Better than it has any right to be, for just what it is. You know.
And for free.
Yeah, it's free.
Right.
I played that game. I didn't believe it because I heard all the hype and I'm like, whatever. This is just gonna be a fun.
Yeah.
I played it. I was like,
I remember the time
This
you
is
streamed
fun.
that. That was great.
this is amazing.
That was a great stream.
This is fucking. That game's great. Game of the year 2020.
2020 was fucking
exclusive.
packed.
It was.
Right.
20
COVID and video games, dude. Like, what a fucking combo, right? Like, perfect time to just start nailing out some bangers. Just, hey, everyone's locked down. Let's go.
Let's make video games again. Konami.
People keep saying that 2021 was slow for games, and it's like, well, it's just because all you played was Deathloop, and you didn't play. You didn't play Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Metroid Dread and No More Heroes 3
The
and
past-
Resident Evil Village.
The past 3 months, more games have come out than like the past 3 years. It has been one after the other. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's just, yeah, they've just been nailing it. Have you
Alright.
played Metroid Dread?
BSB has. I haven't yet.
I played. I want to say I'm
Recommend?
a third of the way through it, and I like it a lot. I didn't expect much from it because it's made by Mercury Steam, who made the bad Castlevanias. So So I was a little
Well,
cautious.
define bad Castlevanias. Like, which was
Lord
the
of
best?
Shadow, Lord of Shadow 2, and the DS Lord of
Ooh,
Shadow.
okay.
So yeah,
Gabriel, I'm
I was Lord
coming.
of, Lord of Shadow 1 wasn't terrible, but the rest of them
Two.
were very good.
Two
At least
was
they got their
And
shit
awful.
together.
I like Metroid, but I've always been like turned away from it from like getting lost and from the difficulty. But I've recently played some of the classic Castlevanias, and I think that gave me the skill to get into Metroid. So it's
Oh,
hard, but I'm enjoying it.
yeah, it's definitely a game where you gotta like play and get the feel for it, and it's like
Yeah.
that was how I grew up with platformers. Like those were my platformers. So like when you go into these new school platforming games where it's like they kind of tone it down. Like if you play like new Super Mario Bros on like the Wii or whatever, they have like literally if you die 3 times, you start with like an extra
Yeah.
star or some shit, and it's just like I don't need that shit. Like I don't want that shit. I want to play a game and have it be challenging the whole way through. I don't want to just fucking coast through it. So a game's got to be challenging,
I
but it
beat Odyssey
needs to
with
be
like
fair.
60 lives, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
like
it's unreal.
I want a game to challenge me, but I don't want it to be like unfairly hard. Like the old Castlevanias were pretty unfair. You'd have to jump over these platforms, and a bat would come by, and if you get hit by the bat, you just go in the fucking hole, and then you die
In the
instantly. It's
platform.
like what the fuck. But then like the newer Castlevanias came out, and they made the challenge more about like actually killing the enemies and not like getting cheaply killed by one fucking enemy.
Bloodstained is
And
a good
that's more.
Castlevania game, but it's not really a Castlevania game.
It is. It is solid.
Yeah, this year I played through Castlevania 1, Castlevania 4, and Castlevania Circle of the Moon. And
Oh man.
man,
It's a-
one is I was using the game the anniversary collections. They have save states built in and like rewind built in. So I use that. I will admit that I was a punk.
You have
I was a
to.
cheat,
Fuck
and I
that
used
game.
those.
Yeah, dude, that game is hard. If you don't use save states, it's like it's really fucking hard to actually get
And that
through
was the
it.
thing. Even with the save states, I was just like, God damn.
Yeah, just slaps the shit out of you. Like, and you'd have to use the save state like 22 times to get like this pixel perfect jump, and it's like, how the fuck?
This is me coming off of just beating Returnal, feeling like I was the greatest gamer who ever lived, and then Castlevania's like, no,
God,
no, you're
Returnals.
not.
Right? You
Returnals
thought.
had me sweating. That game's so hard.
It's rough. It's rough. I love Returnal.
It's good, but fuck me. Just die, die, die. I'm just like, ah! Alright. The news. Are we ready?
The news.
Alright, this coming news is sensitive. If you're under 18, you probably don't want to hear it. Good night. Don't listen.
The M-rated session of the
The
stream
M-rated
begins
section
now.
of the stream. After dark.
Thunderhawk, the way you said that was just so. Like, it's just like, if you're under 18, you don't want to hear this. Good night. It was so definitive. Like, it was like the word good night dismissed them. Like, it pushed them out of the chat. They were banned with your word. It was beautiful.
So, the head of PlayStation Network and the senior account manager at Nvidia both got busted for trying to have sex with 15-year-old boys. Both of them by the same group.
God damn, dude.
By the same group?
Same group. Same time frame. These guys apparently they're like Hydra.
Unreal.
They have agents everywhere trying to catch all these predators.
Fuck, man. Well, someone's got to, because Jesus Christ, this is getting kind of out of hand,
Yeah.
don't we?
And
Like, don't we agree? Like,
I've done the dirty work of reading the chat logs. They knew what they were doing.
I did as well.
They knew what they were doing. They'd go, "How old are you?" 15. Oh, okay. Anyway, you want to meet up? I'm just like, what are you doing?
dude, I don't. 15-year-olds just enrage me. Like, I
Yeah.
would never want to be around a 15-year-old, like, for a minute.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know how school teachers do it, dude. I'd be decking kids and
We
getting kicked
drink.
out and
We
fired.
drink a lot.
That's fair. I understand.
As I've told Thunderhawk, if you ever have the urge to punch high schoolers, please play Lost Judgment. Great game, and you get to beat the shit out of high school kids.
It'll be here Saturday.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I guess this is bothersome news, but it's also, especially in PlayStation's instance, it's very good news because first of all, No, thank God this didn't actually happen and came to light. It's a group that like antagonizes and
Does
traps
this,
these
yeah.
people. So no one was harmed, at least not in this instance. Who knows about the past?
Yeah.
And then second of all, this person's fired, and we'll never get another
Instantly,
job
PlayStation
again,
fired
probably.
him in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Good.
They shot that
At least they
man,
didn't try to cover it up, because that would have been fucking just
Yeah,
PR
geez.
disaster.
Bobby Kotick.
And then third
Yeah.
thing, so I think this guy
Idiot.
was, I think this guy was vice president of PlayStation Network Services or whatever.
Yeah.
All the articles say that he was like mostly on the PlayStation Store side. So everybody knows that the PlayStation Store could use a ton of improvement, and also maybe he was instrumental in Spartacus. So he's fucking gone. So there's going to be a shakeup. There's going to be a shakeup in the PlayStation Network universe. So that's good too. So the only bad news I think came out of this is, I think legally, I don't know if they can use any of this because it's like
Oh, not
they just
in
ran
the
up
court.
on my dude.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't use it in court, but they've killed their professional life. So
For certain. Also, your personal life, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I mean, especially the PlayStation. The PlayStation, I can't get over. I'll never get over the fact that my dude got caught wearing the PS5 shirt.
I've seen that picture, dude.
He opens the door in his PS5
Oh,
pajama
man.
shirt, dog.
You
You can't-
fucking walks in like this is me.
It's like it was an
your boy.
Xbox plant, bro. It's like, I want you to get caught for that, and I want you to wear your PlayStation shirt.
Phil
How much
Spencer's
is
behind the
Xbox
wheel,
paying?
going, yes, yes, another one down.
Oh shit. They're trying to fucking play the long game, dude. They got the KGB in there, fucking calling the shots, man. Like
Halo-
we gotta get Xbox ahead of the game. How do we do that?
That's too good. But yeah, God bless pedo vigilantes.
Crazy week for game news to just have this
Man.
thrown in. On top of like, similar issues going on with, Activision, Riot, Blizzard. What other company is it? Ubisoft.
Oh,
Just like
Ubisoft. You-
harassment
they
and junk, like
they still. I didn't put this in news because I forgot about it. There's been a report that Ubisoft did nothing about it. Nothing.
I thought you meant did nothing wrong. I was like,
No.
oh.
No. Like
They just came out, "Oh,
they
everything's
didn't
fine."
fix the fucking problems apparently.
God damn.
Let me see if I can find
Was
it.
I
real
saying
quick.
PR disaster? God, let's
Yeah.
hope so. I do not want another fucking Assassin's Creed.
I'll never get Assassin's Creed popularity.
Ubisoft
I won't
reportedly
either.
made minimal changes for following abuse. Ubisoft has reportedly failed to make changes to its culture and management. This is according to a report who interviewed employees. Le Telegram.
I mean, I don't know how anything would change. Like I don't remember hearing any staff changes. Like anybody prominent getting fired. I think like one guy left who
It was
like literally just like got out. Like, he like cheated on his wife, so that was like a thing, and he left.
yeah, and that was it. They didn't do anything else. It wasn't like Blizzard where they just removed everybody
Yeah.
except Bobby Kotick, who helped facilitate these things
Right, and then kind of cover it up.
and
Try
then
to-
covered it up.
tracks.
And God, I hate that man.
And then
Dude,
called
he
a lady
is-
and said I was gonna.
I'll
he was
kill
gonna
you.
her.
Yeah. Oh no, he said I'll have you killed. He knows people.
That's the thing. That's like, if he said I'll kill you, you could say that that's just like a really stupid heat of the moment. That's like a thing you tweet
Yeah.
when somebody says when somebody says Final Fantasy VII
Right.
Remake sucks, and you tweet out I'll kill you. But saying
Yeah.
I'll have you killed, like being a rich person saying that's like an actual threat. You know?
Yeah.
That is a threat. I would take that as a threat.
Polar bong with the fucking biting commentary.
Dude, right? But totally right. Totally right.
Adultery is in BD in the context of the full news, right?
What if he told her, "I'm gonna fuck your husband"? Like, okay, like,
What an oddly specific threat.
right? Heat of the moment, you know.
Things we all say.
I love how they're
Sometimes
like
you just gotta threaten to fuck someone's husband.
they were like, well, he apologized. I'm like, oh, so he apologized for threatening to send somebody to kill her. That's water
Because he
water
got
under the
caught.
bridge.
Yeah. Oh, as he goes home and cries into $100 bills.
Oh, dude, he probably
He's
cries
like
into
disgustingly rich.
$1,000 bills. That dude has more money than
Right?
fucking God. $110
I
million
despise
a
that,
year
man.
before bonuses.
Like,
Before
I don't
bonuses.
understand why. Why?
And the board of directors are all in his pocket. They're not doing anything. The shareholders
It's
are like,
unbelievable,
the
man.
shareholders are like, can you replace them? And the board's like, no. They've probably got skeletons in their closet. He knows.
Oh, absolutely.
So if he goes down, he's taking them all down.
That makes sense.
It's just insane to me that like video game industry has gotten to be the level of like we have actual fucking like conspiracies inside these companies. It's nuts.
They're not conspiracies. They're
Actually
true.
insane. No, I just mean like conspiracy level ridiculousness going on, like
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of cover up and shit, like
Yeah.
psyops, fucking insane.
What was it? One of the Activision parties, Vicarious Vision parties, I think it was. The DJ told the girls to get drunk so the men could have a good time. Like, flat out, those are the exact words.
What the fuck?
Like, holy shit.
At any normal company, that'd be when they escort the DJ out, and we're like,
Mhm.
okay, we got to get another DJ.
Bobby Kotick.
Right?
Bobby Kotick's probably at the back rubbing his hands together.
Justin has some turntables in the back of his car. We'll just fucking he's just gonna DJ. We get this guy the fuck out of here.
Who's got an aux cable? It's fine.
Right? But, you know, then on the other hand, you got these companies that are like, they didn't do anything wrong. It's fine.
He's a good boy, I promise.
Yeah. We have you know, studied it internally and found that nothing was going on, so, you know.
Isn't that
Something
word for
fun.
word what they said about some of the Blizzard allegations?
The good old
Probably.
internal review.
Our Cosby Suite camera didn't have anything crazy on it, so I mean we just
I've reviewed my past actions and decided I didn't do anything wrong.
sounds to me like you're pleading not guilty, but I'm not a lawyer, so
I don't know. I don't... Burn it all to the ground.
yeah.
We're
is
sorry
why I
that the
just play indie
accusers
games,
feel that
man.
way.
The thing is, like, the last year has been so bad for everyone else. I forgot EA sucks.
It's pretty bad when you're like when EA's under your radar, like they're flying really low.
Like, I went back and I was like,
Radar.
man, EA's made some stupid fucking... Oh, yeah, they suck. They just don't rape people.
Yeah.
So I guess they're a good guy now? I'm not sure.
Right?
I'm not
Like,
sure
when
where
you're
they
the
fall
good
on
guy.
the line of... Ugh.
How fucking how in shambles is an entire industry when the good guy is like the shittiest game company, but they don't rape people,
Yeah.
and that's why they're a good game company. Like, what the fuck is going on?
There is no bar anymore. The bar is gone.
The bar is fucking buried 6 feet under the ground.
Okay, so we have Rockstar will kill you. They will work you until you die. Blizzard will rape you. Ubisoft will rape you. EA just charges you out the ass. That's it. That's the gaming
Correction,
ecosystem.
Activision will rape you and work you to death.
Yes, both. Video games are in shambles, bro.
Dude. And then you got these indie guys that are just killing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you look on Steam, fucking top 5 games are like 4 out of 5 are indie games, just made by
Yeah.
like one guy or 5 guys, whatever. They're just killing it because there's no shareholders. They don't need to make money. They just fucking want to do this.
It's funny, we were talking about how like bloated the Switch store is with shovelware and getting to be that on PlayStation and stuff like that. But have you guys been to itch.io?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like you can post like literally anything on there, and I feel like that's still like higher quality than like
Right.
the Switch store. I don't
Yeah.
guess it's
No.
because
100%.
on itch.io people are posting things where it's often like pay what you will. So it's
Yeah.
free unless you want to like donate. And then on Switch they're posting these games that suck ass intentionally to make money.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why you get less shit on itch.io. It's
Let's
like
play a
passion
game.
project.
How many
Yeah.
how many shit games am I gonna find on the Switch just by scrolling for like a second?
All right, how
Oh,
many are on a
bro.
page?
Yeah, be
Let's do
careful.
That's
some
what I'm gonna
math.
find out. That's what I'm gonna find out.
All right. Yeah. Let's
All
Let's
right.
fucking-
There. Oh, let's see. Recent releases.
President Chappie says Bethesda does nothing wrong.
I mean, comparatively, they just make
I
buggy
haven't heard-
games.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything bad about working there. We know Todd Howard lies, but he's very handsome, so it's okay.
There's six games on a
Everything
thing.
else is fine.
There's
So
6 games on a page.
I'm gonna scroll down 4 times, and I want you guys to guess how many are shovelware.
So that's 24.
Yeah.
I'd say 22 are fucking terrible.
How are you sorting? Are we in recently added, like new to the store?
Recent releases.
Recent releases. Okay. I'd say 18 of them are garbage,
Okay.
and 1 is a fucking solid banger.
Okay.
That's my
All right, here we go. We're gonna go down. 1 garbage, 2 garbage, 3 garbage, 4 garbage, 5 garbage, 6, 7. I don't even think that one's a game. 8.
Oh.
9. 10. They actually had some bangers come out recently. That's why I'm skipping. 12. 12 are absolute.
Total
So
dog shit.
is that 2 pages?
That's
6 games a page?
Yeah. What even is this one?
Life of Black Tiger.
This is just like... It's called Word Forward, and it appears to just be
Is it a fucking
crossword.
board game? that they
It's a
put on Switch?
crossword.
Yeah.
It's a crossword puzzle.
Oh my god, dude. Pay us $2 to play Connect the Dots on your fucking Switch.
I
Some
don't
of
know.
do
these
that a lot.
games
There's
should
these
not
really-
be games.
Really weird, like, games based on traditional games that'll be on there for like $1. Like maybe like hoping like a grandma will pick it up or something.
Crossword puzzles are great, but
Maybe.
you can spend 50 cents and get like 8 of them in a newspaper.
Yeah. Yep.
Or go to Dollar Tree
Or-
and get one for
Yeah. literal fucking
$1.25.
stack of them. I mean, sometimes the words won't make sense. It's like, what 3-letter word is this? And it's like, there's absolutely nothing that would make sense there, but you get what you pay for at Dollar Tree.
All right.
It's $1.25 tree now. Thank you. Times are hard.
Yeah, have you guys been to Five Below recently? Now they have like a 10 below.
You
section.
can't have 10 below sections in a 5 below.
Yeah. Times
Dude.
are hard.
This is horseshit.
They're just gonna name Dollar Tree Dollars Tree, and then it won't be a lie. They can price whatever they want.
Dollars. Dollars General. That's what the people around here call it.
Why does everyone in Ohio add an S to the end of every store?
I don't know. We do.
Dude, my mom
Kroger's.
calls it Kroger's, Aldi's, fucking Walmart's. Literally, dude, you're not wrong. She calls it Walmart's. It's hilarious. But it's everyone I know.
From a time when mom and pop stores and it was actually people's last names apostrophe S.
Right.
That's
Right.
probably
I think
Discord's having a stroke.
I think it's.
That's a stream. God damn it.
F in the chat.
I'm gonna fix this, guys. I'm gonna fix this. I'm taking drastic measures.
Perfmon. Let's see. All right. Nuke it.
Don't be too drastic.
No, we're gonna get better internet. I'm sick of dealing with this. I want to do things.
Check this guy out with better internet in this area.
Maybe I'm
Stuck with the
assuming.
one ISP, and they just sodomized me.
Who do you got over there?
I have Spectrum.
Who
Mine
do you
is-
have, Noob?
Mine is a local company, and they have a monopoly on my city.
I had that before. I lived in Clinton, North Carolina, and they had CenturyLink, but it was like, I shit you not, like you could pay extra and get two MB. So I used a local company, and it was like 5, and it was really shitty, and it was still like $40 a month.
Dude, I pay $130 a month for 200 down and 10 up with unlimited data, and the unlimited data is an extra 20 a month. But
Dude.
I go through fucking I go through like 750 gigs.
Yeah.
And it's like they charge $10 per 50 gigs that you go over 200.
So you gotta go
So
unlimited.
it's like I have to, yeah. Like I'm gonna save more in the long run. But $130, and it's 200 down, which isn't bad, but it's like 5 or 10 up, which
Mhm.
is terrible. And then it fucking drops constantly. Like every couple of days, I'll have an entire day where I'm just dropping packets the whole day, just
Shit.
consistently. And when you're trying to play online games or do anything with the internet, and it's just constantly like, okay, we're just gonna cut out for a sec. Okay, here we're back. Some shit don't play nice with that, and it's just like you're disconnected. You're done.
Yeah.
Log the fuck back in, and it happens like I'd say 5 times in 5 minutes. So like once a minute,
Oh.
I will lose a packet.
Yeah,
And, like a couple packets.
I live in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not even sure I can get better, but I'm gonna try. Sick of dealing with
Dude.
this.
I don't know how the hell we live in the goddamn United States and we don't have good internet.
Because they pocketed the money they were supposed to build the internet.
I'm a
with.
Yes.
I'm an internet socialist. That should be a fucking thing just everybody
Oh,
has.
100%. 100%. It's gone well past the point of entertainment value and like
Yeah, if you want to apply to a job, you need to use the internet.
yes.
Yep.
If you work at a job, chances are you need the internet, you know? Like I need a special app on my phone to log into my job because it's like super locked down, like HIPAA violation stuff. People don't have 2-factor. And that requires me to have some kind of internet connection. And if my phone didn't have data on it, I'd be fucked. But like, you need internet. So I need internet. Everybody needs internet.
I'm glad the bigger companies are doing fiber now, not just Google, because I think I read an article back in the day where the issue with Google getting fiber to more locations is you need to put it on the poles and in the ground and everything, and to do that you need to like not touch other people's lines, AT&T, Spectrum, whatever.
Yeah.
And so to do that, you need to call AT&T and Spectrum reps and be like, "Hey, can you come to these poles and move your shit over so I can put mine down?" And they're like, "Yes, our first priority will be allowing a competitor to put their shit down. We'll have somebody over there in the hour." And then they just never come. You know, they don't come to people's houses, so they're not gonna come help.
Right.
Google.
I watched the South Park episode recently with the cable. All right, our guys can be out there between November 5th and 27th between 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And it's like,
That's how it is, man.
bro.
So then you just spend your days at home, like watching the door.
Yeah. That's literally how it is too. And they don't even tell you. Like here, dude, if I had a technician come out, like I got a junction box or whatever on the side of my house. And I was just gonna run a new coaxial myself. I've done all that shit before. It's not a big deal. And I was gonna swap out the old one because I moved my system from upstairs to downstairs. And I have a deadline right here, like literally a foot away from me right now. And it's dead. And I can switch it in the junction box and hook it up to the live line. Bam, I'd have internet right here. But they put a fucking... So they locked the box. Like, it's not like a padlock. They, like, locked it out with some fucking metal zip tie. So I just took some tin snips and fucking snapped that bitch open and was like, fuck you. It's on my house. I don't give a shit. I started to switch them, and I switched them around. And the line goes into a specific little tiny fucking hole in the box that you have to pull the old line out of, but you can't because the top they crimp it inside the box so you can't pull it out. So I have to cut the old line entirely out of the box, cut the new line that I want to put in the box, and then crimp it inside to put it on. And I don't have a fucking crimping tool.
You said
I was
crimp.
like, man, this is some
teleported,
fucking bullshit.
Teleported back to Radio Shack days.
Holy
Do you
shit.
guys have a crimper? We have 3.
So I have my UPS over here, and I have an extension cord ran to the other side of my house where my modem is to plug my modem into my UPS so it's on battery backup. And then I have a 100-foot fucking network cable ran to my computer back to said UPS. It's fucking ridiculous. Damn. And then I called a guy. I was like, hey, can you just come? Dude, it's literally just switching a thing, cutting a line, putting it back on. Yeah, we can be out there. Don't fucking know when. And they come out when I'm at work. And so the dude knocks on my door, and that's it. And they're like, hey, we came out, and the next time we send a technician out, we have to charge you. I'm like, no, you fucking don't.
Why don't you just
it's
give
ridiculous.
Me a time?
Hateful.
Yeah, just give me a time. You say 2 o'clock, I'll be here at 2 o'clock. If you tell me fucking between 8 and 5, like, well, great, that's when I work. Can you fucking call me when you're on your way or something? Or how about just come on a Saturday? Oh, sorry, we can only do noon to 1 on a Saturday, and then they'll call me that Saturday and be like, hey, I can't make it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm in line at the Taco Bell. Looks like it's gonna take a couple minutes. I'll probably be out there around
Well,
45 minutes.
like, shit, bro. You bring me a taco bag, man. We'll talk. It's fine. But you don't even show up. We're going to throw hands the next time you get here.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna look into
I can't
this.
stand ISPs, dude.
No,
They
they're
are
awful.
Fucking... I don't understand how anybody thought it was a good idea to let a company, like, run that shit. Like, hey, this other company wants to put lines down. Are you gonna allow that? Like, no. Government steps in and says, fucking let them, because we have laws to, like, prevent monopolies or whatever. Bullshit.
Even if it was more regulated, it would still be bad because I have county water. I didn't have running water for 2 days last week, and I still won't drink out of the tap because I've seen it and it was cloudy. Like, you just don't have water now. Like, and that's
Great.
we can do. Call the county and they'll be like, "Oh, that sucks." Yeah, guess it's a little.
Right?
Make sure you boil it. See you later.
And, like, even if you drank it and got super sick, you couldn't even sue them.
No.
They'd just be like, okay, well, whatever.
Why were you drinking out of the tap?
Right? You've seen it. It looked bad. We gave you a
Drink
boil
bottled water,
advisory
you
4 months
weirdo.
ago.
I am now, and it sucks. I hate it.
Yeah.
I agree. It
This
sucks.
Kroger water tastes like shit.
And not only that, but get this shit, right? So you're buying Kroger water. So you could get a 32 pack of bottles for like $3.50. Sometimes it's on sale, whatever. And one of those bottles is half a liter, 500 milliliters, right?
Oh,
It's
shit,
right in
sorry. I
front
could
of you.
check,
just
yeah.
figured you-
Fuck,
yeah,
500
okay.
milliliters, yeah.
Okay, so a 32 pack of water, 16 liters of water. To buy 16 liters of water and fill my actual fucking water cooler up is $8 without a deposit on the actual jug. It's like, I think it's actually $8.99, so $9, and that's only, I think it was like, I want to say 12 liters. So like, I'm using less plastic because I just fill my already plastic jug up. It's there. I have it. It's a physical thing. I don't have to buy any more plastic. You don't have to make any more plastic. No plastic's getting thrown away. You're literally just putting water into my jug, and I'm putting it in my cooler. And it costs like over double what buying 32 plastic bottles of water costs
Fucking
with
makes
the water
sense,
included.
man.
It's so infuriating. Like,
This is now a socialist
why does it
podcast.
cost me more money to try to save plastic and use less water? What the fuck?
You must consume.
Consume.
Yes, like that's.
I can't wait to buy
And then-
air. Air's coming.
Do you already have to
Air's
if you have like
coming.
COPD or fucking lung issues? You gotta buy an oxygen machine.
Won't they just... Never mind. That's mean. I'm gonna shut up. I was gonna say, just blow
Buy-
the air.
buy
Blow the air
oxygen
into my
tank.
lungs. I don't know how medicine
Technically,
works.
we do buy canned air, so.
Fuck! We do! Shit! I gotta buy some. Thank you for the reminder.
Uh,
I got
Got
carded
him.
buying canned air.
That's...
did you?
That's upsetting.
I was working at GameStop, and I was the only person who really cared about dusting the place really thoroughly, make everything look nice and prim and proper. And on my lunch break, I walked down to the Walmart in the same shopping strip, and I was buying canned air, and she was like, ID? And I was like, what? And she was like, ID? And I was like, what are you talking about? No, I didn't even have an ID or a license. I was like 17. And
Oh.
she was like, you need to be 18 to buy this. And I was like, oh, my bad. Just couldn't buy canned air. So
I'd be like, can you try to huff this so you see what you're saying is ridiculous? Because it tastes like
Right.
shit. It tastes like shit.
Dude, it's. Dude,
You
you need IDs to buy some weird shit. Man.
We
Like, I
used
don't get
to
it.
we used to take the canned air and spray CDs, hold it upside down, spray CDs, and then we would fling the CDs at a wall and they'd shatter.
Dude, so I
That's
have
really
a
cool.
video
It is
somewhere
really cool.
of one of my buddies working in was either Staples or an Office Max, and he found a Cricket. So he's holding a cricket with fucking tongs, and he's spraying it with this upside down can of air, and then he throws it on the ground, and it fucking shatters.
He's Sub-Zero'd a cricket?
That's pretty sick,
Wow.
actually.
He sprayed the entire can at this fucking thing. The tongs he was holding are like totally fucking white. They're just like completely frozen. And he's just fucking he just threw it on the ground.
That shit hurts. Have you ever gotten sprayed by that?
Yes, dude,
it hurts like hell. Like fucking burns your skin.
Can't believe people huff Sub-Zero's ice essence. Like there's safer ways to get high.
Right?
People huff bags filled with gasoline. People are stupid.
And shit.
And cat shit.
God damn it. It smells like toxoplasmosis. Gonna get high off of it.
I'm gonna get some mild depression.
Right? Suddenly I really like cats.
I'm convinced that's a thing. I'm convinced. It's a conspiracy theory I believe in. You get the old toxo, and next thing you know, you have 8 cats.
I'm telling you, man, the crazy cat lady stories, dude. They get one, and they're like, man, this something about it, man. I need more.
It's in their brain, dude. If it's not safe to have babies when you have that, why is it safe to not have babies around that? You know?
Oh, shit, dude.
Think about it like the compulsion, like, of cordyceps, like the real life
yes.
that would base The Last of Us on, where the answer is just like, bro, I gotta get to a high place. I gotta climb stuff, man.
Gotta get up there,
climb,
man.
Instead, you get the parasite where it's like, dude, we need more cats. We need at least 4 more cats.
At least. When you need to feed them high quality cat food, that other shit gotta go.
There's just levels of toxoplasmosis, and it ends with you buying expensive cat trees. That's level 5 infection.
Need to invent a cat food named Plasmosis Jones.
That's where I thought Back 4 Blood's story was gonna go. Because Back 4 Blood's story is an alien parasite lands on Earth, and then it infects people, and that's what makes zombies. But I figured they were gonna have like basically, you know, people are like, zombies are pretty cool actually, but no, they just they get together and have zombie orgies and become giant monsters. It's a pretty good game. Right. Back 4 Blood's a good game. I highly recommend Back 4 Blood.
I'd play it if Game Pass worked.
Good point.
Do you have 2 hard drives?
I have like 4.
Okay, that's probably your issue. Because Game Pass doesn't like using other hard drives.
Oh, I did.
I'm just using my main one though.
Are you? Okay.
I didn't put it on a separate or nothing.
Maybe not.
Then. I installed a game on my second one because it was like fucking huge, and my SSD. I was like, I don't want to put this game on it. Fuck that.
I installed.
So I put it on my second hard drive, my actual hard drive, not my SSD, and wouldn't fucking work. I was like, well, fuck this garbage.
I installed
my
PSO2.
My main or my C drive. I don't know how computers work. Is a 500 gig SSD, and then I have two terabytes, and that's where I put my legally ripped copies of my old games. And so that's how I do it. And so yeah, just with Game Pass, I'm like, these are smaller games. I'm only gonna download Psychonauts and Halo, so we'll do them on C, but it still hates it. It's still not working.
PSO2, a 120 gigabyte game. I put it on my E drive. Hit play. It didn't uninstall. It couldn't read it, so it installed that again on the same drive.
All right.
I was so fucking mad.
I sent my friend a video of like the process of it not letting me play the game, and every time I hit play, it's like Xbox Game Services, and there's no button to download because I already have it installed.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, PC Gaming Master Race, man. Just like, dude, it's so convenient and fun to play games on my computer.
When it works, there's nothing better, but it doesn't work 45% of the time.
Tim Rogers was talking about it. I do get caught up in min-maxing my settings in PC games, something that console gaming just doesn't let me do. So because of my shitty brain, if I'm playing a PC game, I'm like, all right, but what if I turn ambient occlusion up 1?
That was me today in Halo. I walked out.
I turned shadows down. Yep. Yeah, I was doing that with Halo.
I was like, volumetric fog, low. Bloom off.
And then there's one for like flocks of animals, and I was like ultra.
Yeah, I saw the flocks of animals. The fish, the radiant fish AI has returned.
So I want maximum geese, and I want lower quality shadows.
I need to see if you can shoot the birds.
Shame on you.
Metal Gear Solid 2 had a really funny thing where if you shot birds, everybody would stop talking to you. Is amazing.
Rightfully so.
It was really funny. They're like, Jack, I can't believe you! And you'd call her and she'd be silent, but she'd save your game. It was so fucking funny.
And you can slip on the bird ship.
You can slip and fall.
I purposely played through The Last of Us 2 not killing a single dog. I would reload every time I had to fight a dog. And I made it through without killing a dog, and then...
Did you get an achievement?
The game doesn't give you a choice.
Oh, never mind.
Wow.
But that was a cutscene, so I didn't do it.
Neil Druckmann shows up in your house with a gun. You're gonna kill that fucking dog.
Or I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker.
That dog
Neil, no.
is also pregnant, and you're gonna kill it. It's like, Neil, what's wrong with you? And he's like, he's just unhinged.
Neil needs to understand that I like The Last of Us 2, and the reason I liked it is because all the situations where it's like, you know, are you really doing the right thing? Like, is this the path to go down? I was like, yes. And so I didn't. They're like, man, you stabbed that pregnant chick? I was like, yes. And I hope she burns in hell.
She had a fucking gun.
So-
She had it coming.
No, it's just like most people say the first time they felt bad is when Ellie beats that chick to death, and I was like, I was mashing that button pretty hard.
Yeah. That's how I play games,
her,
too.
get
Like,
her.
I get into it. I'm like, no, fuck this revenge. She killed Joel. She's dead.
This is my dad, bro. Come on.
Then you let her go in the end because fucking writing.
Plot
She
armor
should have
on the
drowned
fucking
her.
Enemies.
It should have been like the ending of Bioshock Infinite. You just hold that bitch underwater. Speaking of
Nope,
which,
the bubbles are still there. Keep
speaking of which,
keep mashing that
Bioshock.
button.
This is a hot take. I don't like Bioshock Infinite. I think that's a bad game.
I think that's a you put it in the microwave 4 minutes and then you let it sit 2 minutes as advised in the instructions tape.
Yeah, I could see
That's a perfect take.
Fair.
That's like exactly the take that it should be. It couldn't have come out any better.
It's just
Lukewarm take.
it won Game of the Year and everyone was acting like it's art. And I'm like, what part of this is art?
One of my favorite YouTube videos to this day is the part at the beginning where they tell you to like hit the bells in the correct order, and they start playing like they got the like equations going across the screen, and like detectives
Yeah.
like, scouring books.
He's holding the card up and it says 221 and you're just like,
What does it mean?
God.
Bioshock Infinite is like probably on par with Bioshock 2, and people think 2 sucks. So I don't know.
I don't like 2. I don't think 2 sucks. I just don't like it. Because my favorite part about Bioshock 1 was beating crackheads to death with a wrench. And they took my wrench away. And I was like, this is
The wrench
garbage.
is iconic.
This is
The
garbage.
wrench is iconic.
I don't
They
want
took
to
my wrench.
I don't want to be a big daddy. I don't want to drill. I want my wrench.
What was I gonna say? It was about I feel like Bioshock is like a 9 out of 10, and then the next 2 are 7 out of 10s.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that, but
I would say
yeah,
Infinite's a 5.
people freaked out about Infinite.
Your enemies, so the enemies are bullet sponges. You're sitting there emptying
that.
clip after clip into these dudes. The story was all over the
Dude.
place.
That's so infuriating. I hate bullet spongy
The
enemies.
story made no sense. You have to go back and kill yourself because your past self is the future self. What? Yeah.
Fuck,
But
dude.
there's infinite universes. But when you kill him here, he dies in all the universes, right? No, maybe. I don't know. It's just...
Dude.
I don't know.
When you put time traveling in a game, you just have to
Stop.
do it right, otherwise
Just
it
fucking
sucks.
don't do it. Just stop.
Agreed.
Chrono Trigger got away with it. Chrono
Yes.
Cross got away with
It
it.
has to be very specific and have like criteria to it. You can't just make it like so open ended like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what about
Well,
the paradox? No,
They
what
introduced the multiverse theory and then immediately say that's wrong. They're like, yeah, there's infinite use, except for this one point in time. This one point in time, there's only one of you. So we have to kill you there. I'm like, but why? What? What?
What? Why?
Ken
How?
Levine is
What?
a genius.
Genius. Art. If Roger Ebert were alive, he would call it art.
We have a few game geniuses, but not as many as people think we do.
Right.
Cliffy
Most of
B.
them are underappreciated.
How many do we even have anymore? Who are like the auteurs?
The weebs appreciate Yoko Taro, but I don't feel like the general public does. But he's certainly one
I
of
can
them.
only think of Japanese auteurs still.
Yeah.
Like Nomura
You're right.
and Yoshi P and Yoko Taro.
I thought of Will Wright,
the
the
SimCity guy.
Sims guy. Yeah.
He's an older one. I'm talking like modern. Like who's made
And
a
that's
game?
also not. I wouldn't even think of him as an auteur, and he's more of like a John Carmack, and just being like a really
Yeah.
technically talented
Sid
semi-good
Meier.
designer.
Sid Meier is good, except for Spore.
I guess my man who made It Takes
Fair.
Two and Brothers and
Oh,
Way
Joseph
Out. He's
Joseph
maybe
Fares. Yeah,
yeah. It's all Japanese.
Kamiya.
Yeah, most of my
As us weebs know, Japanese games are the best.
I mean, they are.
see, like, dude, the trio at Blizzard was fucking top notch. I mean, they stole ideas, but they made them so much better than like in their own vision than they were before. Like Warhammer 40K was the precursor to StarCraft, but StarCraft was fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Like it had its own thing and it was its own vibe, and they just fucking nailed it. It was great. And then again, you got like Warcraft. Warcraft kind of ripped off of like Tolkien and all those kind of like
Warcraft
fantasy
was supposed to be a
shit.
Warhammer game.
What's that?
Warcraft was supposed to be a Warhammer game.
Yeah,
Oh.
and like they took, I don't know, inspiration from that, and like D&D and shit, but they made their own thing out of it, and it was great. It's like those guys were fucking great. Metzen, Morhaime, all those dudes, they're just fucking legends, man. They just shit out good game after good game until
I
you
hope
know,
we see
Activision
something
bought
from
it.
Dreamhaven at Game Awards. We probably won't, but I
Me,
hope.
dude, I fucking hope so because I can't wait to see what they put out. Seriously.
It's gonna be.
I don't know about this.
So everybody that was ever good at most of these companies went to work at Dreamhaven. Let me look them up.
Oh.
Dreamhaven Games. Does this have?
Reminds me of the Japan studio at PlayStation closure, and now they're building like a super
Yeah, it's
Japanese indie team.
it's a super studio basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually like the papa to two littler studios that they broke off into already.
Oh.
Moonshot Games and Secret Door.
Yep.
Jeff Keighley may be talking out of his ass, but he says tomorrow there should be 3 to 4 Elden Ring reveal level events. So
I'm so excited for that. I'm
Badass.
streaming the shit out of that. I always have fun
When
with
is
this.
What time?
7
7
p.m.
30 to 11, I think.
Yeah.
Oof. Might have to VOD that. It's a little past my bedtime, but definitely watch it till then.
Kojima's been teasing stuff. I'm trying not to get excited because I want that really hard. I want that really bad. Yeah, he posted a tweet of like him with an actress wearing a mocap suit, and he's wearing a mask, and he's like holding a flashlight up to the camera, and I'm like, you can't show me a stick flashlight after PT/Silent Hills. You can't do it.
Bro, are we
He
ever...
knows people dig through his tweets.
Does Silent Hill remake exist? I'm so tired of hearing whispers.
It's all but confirmed that the semi-talented Bloober team is making a Silent Hill something. They can't write though, which is scary for them making a Silent Hill game.
Yeah.
And then there's, I think Gematsu and VGC both separately through different sources say that there are Japanese companies working on Silent Hill. So there's either 2 or 3 Silent Hill games incoming.
This better
All
fucking
right.
happen. This
Well,
better happen.
at least one of them better kick ass.
At least one. God, I hope.
Yeah. Just something. Give me something. Please. The landscape is so barren.
I need something to cling to, please.
I mean, I'm gonna be happy with Chrono Cross regardless.
Dude,
If it comes out tomorrow, oh my god.
Oh my God, because of the collaboration, I wonder.
Yeah. Like if it's out, oh my god.
holy shit, man.
I'll buy it instantly. I'll fucking buy it on stream. I don't give a
I
shit.
might have to call off of work the next day.
I'm gonna cry playing that. It's cool.
I got that. Oh, I got getting that Omicron, dude. I don't know if I can make it.
Omicron, god damn
Omicron,
it.
the Nomad
The
Soul.
Nomad Soul?
You got the David Bowie Dreamcast game?
That game is so fucking bad. It is unreal. Don't play
What,
it.
what do you... Quantic Dream has never made a bad game, Thunderhawk, and you speak blasphemy.
You need to watch Super Best Friends play that game. Don't play it yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Watch someone else play it.
Yeah, I don't trust their... I played Fahrenheit. I played Indigo Prophecy back in the day. And it's crazy, but it pretty much is setting the like the framework for the Heavy Rain style. You're watching scenes and you're doing QTEs. But I don't even know what Omicron is like.
It's bad. It's terrible in every aspect.
Except for
There's-
David Bowie.
David Bowie's in it for like 5 seconds. He just really liked it and he made a song for it, and he's like, okay, whatever, on to the next thing.
Oh yeah, they are remaking House of the Dead, right, Thunderhawk?
Is that a thing? I hope so. I
Yeah.
love that game.
Yeah, it's being made by a pretty untested studio. They kind of like put it off like on some like whoever.
I love
They're
type.
outsourcing it.
Typing of
Is
the
that
Dead's
OG?
good. Yeah, it's the OG.
That OG game, like
Uh,
kind of like Doom a little bit.
House of the Dead is a light gun shooter. Like a
Light
rail
gun.
shooter.
There it
Oh,
is. I
yeah,
was like, what
okay.
the fuck are those called?
And House of the Dead 2 is famous for having some of the best worst voice acting like of all time.
Dude, I played every time I go to the movies, I play House of the Dead. Every
Fuck
time.
yeah. My God.
I'd put $1 in, use both guns at once.
It just as God intended.
Like Max Payne.
Fucking. Oh, you,
HG10 Gaming
Yeah.
is saying, James, go and prevent the confusion in the city.
I think Typing of the Dead kept some of that bad shit in there, or they did it on purpose. Typing of the Dead's so funny. That game is great.
You know, Typing of the Dead has been around a million years. It was on the Dreamcast.
Yes, I remember the
Actually.
Dreamcast keyboard.
And then they put it on PS2 only in Japan, and then now we have it on PC. But my favorite part is the fact that they carry around the keyboards in
Yes,
game. They like
you
pick
have
out the guns.
you have a backpack, and then you have a keyboard stand coming out of the backpack, and you're just running around typing and blowing shit up.
That's fucking great.
It's good shit.
See, we need more goofy games like that that aren't trying too hard to be serious and failing.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Parasite.
goofy games, Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires is coming out next year, and I don't know if it's going to be good.
9 was so bad, I'm not even gonna
9 was
touch
so
it.
bad that I don't know. They're
not
coming
gonna
out with a
touch it.
demo. I will try the demo.
Dude,
I'll try.
a Parasite Eve remake in the Final Fantasy VII remake engine would be insane. Like, that'd just be like the perfect gameplay for Parasite Eve.
Bro,
Just-
you do know that in the Final Fantasy VII remake reveal trailer, Aya is in it.
Is she?
Is she?
Yeah, so like they have a banner for Loveless as they do, you know, in the original and in the remake. But in the banner in the final game, it's a lady, a different lady, and in the banner in the original reveal trailer, it's just the third birthday art of Aya.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know if that's some kind of weird placeholder or some kind of long game clue, but I was freaking out, and
Dude.
then they just haven't said anything else.
That would be amazing. Honestly, dude, the game engine, that combat in 7 remake is just top notch. And it'd be like the perfect combo with Parasite Eve's like ATB and how like you cast
Moving
spells and
around.
shit.
That would
Yeah,
be
like you
pretty
move
sweet.
around and you to build up ATB and then you execute commands and shit.
Literally perfect.
Yeah, it'd be fucking so fun.
Sony hire
You
this
could do
man.
so much with it. What's that?
Sony hire this man. Squeenix.
Let the fans work. Let the fans do it.
Squeenix.
give me the engine. I'll fuck around with it.
Squeenix,
Unreal.
quit making games as a service games and give us what we want.
Right?
Outriders didn't work. Marvel Avengers didn't work. Come on.
I'm almost, you know, I respect the work of the new Tomb Raiders games. I liked the original Tomb Raider reboot. I played Tomb Raider Definitive Edition or whatever. But then I just felt like the next two games were more the same, and the story was weird, and they were kind of make like Laura Croft like an insane person, like a murderous psychopath. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I kind of
Yeah, she wasn't
to that.
Badass. She was just like unhinged.
And so after Marvel Avengers, I'm kind of glad that they've been sent to the Xbox support mines to help them work on Perfect Dark. It's just so funny, like that they like made a failed
Shuffle.
game,
Go,
and then
go
Square
now.
Enix is like, yeah, go work for Xbox for a while.
This is your fucking punishment.
Please
2
don't.
years in the Xbox. Get out of here.
Please don't send me to the Xbox mines.
You're gonna work on that Perfect Dark game that they've been making for 7 years.
There's a corpse on the ground. It's shaped like a bear and a bird. I don't know what's going on.
Ignore it.
Oh,
They
there's
got a
a,
wet floor.
there's
sign
a
over
squirrel too. What's he doing here?
it.
God, Fable. I miss Fable. I don't even like Fable. I realized that recently. Fable was one of my favorite childhood games, and then when I had that Xbox Series X, I played it again, and I was like, dude, this sucks. This
This
isn't
was
a
so
good.
great when I was young.
This
What
isn't
the
a
fuck
good
happened?
game anymore.
It definitely didn't age well.
Two's good. Two's still good, but one can go in the garbage. Missed predictions. Did we predict anything? Do you want to
I don't
predict
know that we
things and then call it a
did.
night?
That sounds good to me. That'd be a good close.
That'd be a good
that's
closer.
tomorrow's big
Yeah.
event.
Yeah. Let's do predictions. What? Who wants to go first?
So, what is the title of this this little event tomorrow?
The Game Awards.
The Game
The
Awards.
Game Awards. Okay.
TGAs.
Hosted by the Doritos Pope himself.
It is. Then in January we have the BSBGAs.
BSBGA.
I don't know about predictions, but I fucking hope we hear something about the 7 Remake Part 2. I doubt it's gonna happen.
That'd be dope.
Like, sincerely, I'm pretty sure they're gonna save that for, like, E3 or some crazy shit, but I just want to hear something.
I'm wondering because we know Chrono Cross is going to be there, if Square is going to have any more of a presence after that.
Yeah.
But since Chrono Cross is going to be, I assume, a smaller thing, it's been hyped. It's so weird how it got hyped up. Like, I'm still excited about it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things that.
Like
that
2
we're gonna
weeks
see
ago,
come
no
out.
one knew what the fuck a Chrono Cross was, and now everyone's like, "Oh, I love that game." I'm like, did you?
But the big problem was one of the ladies that worked on apparently a new song for it with Yasunori Mitsuda said that yes, I helped him compose a song for this big PlayStation remake getting announced in December. And so she said big PlayStation and remake, and all three of those words, people are like Metal Gear Solid, Xenogears, full remake from the ground up, Blue Point Studios, and it's like no, it's just Square making the models look better in Chrono Cross. But so that got out of hand, but.
I mean,
hope
dude,
they-
this is the first time Chrono Cross has been touched. Like, they have done remasters of fucking all the Final Fantasy games. They've re-released them. They've ported them. They've done all kinds of shit. But this is the first time they've touched Chrono Cross. So I
At
think
all.
if it does well, we might have some traction for something from either Chrono Cross or the series in general.
What if it's a
Hell yeah.
What if it's a Chrono Cross mobile game? What
Well,
if-
we have another Eden crossover, so that's okay.
Dude,
But yeah,
that's fair.
I hope they do more than just show us Chrono Cross. Yeah, if they show any Final Fantasy stuff, I would assume it would be 16. I'm gonna play the fucking cringe Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy Origin.
I'm
no matter
excited
what.
for
game
that
looks
one.
amazing. Yeah, but I hope they
Is
don't
that-
show
is
that
that
again.
the-
They don't.
I'm
Is
gonna
it the
kill
Limp Bizkit
chaos.
fucking-
Yes, the Limp Bizkit.
It is the
one.
Limbo. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm so excited for that game.
Chaos.
I'm so excited. I don't know if I have any predictions. I have no idea what could possibly be there.
True.
As far as one prediction, not announcements. Who's winning Game of the Year?
Hold on.
Because this is being voted on by journalists,
TGA.
reviewers, outlets.
Deathloop.
So, yeah, Deathloop. I think it's like already decided. I think it's
Yeah.
hands dusted off.
I mean-
I don't know why it appeals to them so much. I was listening to a
I don't
podcast
know
earlier
either.
today though, and I think it's something about it. It's the perfect length that a journalist would like it. It's also some recency bias. It came out in the later half of the year.
I think Resident Evil.
I hope to God it is Resident
I hope
Evil,
it is.
actually.
I hope it is Village. Dude, I just have a feeling because they always fucking do this, and they, like, they always pick the most mainstream fucking safe choice that everybody doesn't have very strong opinions on. Like Deathloop, we have strong opinions on Deathloop. But game journalists and shit, it's just like the easiest thing for them to swallow, so that's probably what it's going to be.
I think that they're all like mesmerized by the gimmick of it. They're like, no game has done this before. It's like one level that you learn really good, and then you play it.
I don't know what a roguelike is.
Yeah,
I hope I see a Halo in here.
So Returnal's nominated for Best Direction, but not Game of the Year because it was too hard. But I am happy that some of the stuff that got nominated for Game of the Year did, just for the clout of the nomination. But No More Heroes 3 didn't get nominated for anything like, at all.
Which that game,
I was hoping
there should be a category like most soul in a video game.
Most heart in a
right?
video game.
Yeah.
Most passion put into it.
Because No More Heroes 3 is like the culmination of 10 years of punk culture.
Hell yeah.
Into one.
I feel like it just lately that all the awards and shit just go to whoever pumps the most fucking budget into a game. It's like, oh, this one has the best motion capture and the fucking...
Red Dead. I like Red Dead,
dude,
but Red Dead didn't deserve all those nominations.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible for a game to be overhyped and, like... What's the word I'm looking for? Where it's, like, played up.
Mm-hmm. Overrated?
But... Yeah, overrated. Like, for example, Final Fantasy VII is, like, my favorite game of all time, but it is very overrated in the Final Fantasy series. Like, there are other good Final Fantasy games, but that one specifically gets all the fan love and attention, and it's just, it's, like, the best one, and it's the most overrated at the same time, so it's possible to have too much.
We should give 1/3 of Final Fantasy VII's fans to Final Fantasy VIII. You're right. We should redistribute the wealth.
Redistribute it.
Final Fantasy socialism.
Like Final Fantasy VI is one of my other favorite games of all time. Like it's just fucking really good. It's solid, and there wasn't any weirdness with the graphics. Like 7 was like the first time trying this like weird 3D polygon shit. But
I was impressed by
perfect fucking pixel art.
I was impressed by 8's cutscene transitions. Those were like flawless.
Yeah, definitely.
That like began what we like take for granted now, or like I say take for granted, but people are still mesmerized by it now. They're like, man, they just turned the camera and you're playing, and it's like they were doing that shit in '98.
Yeah,
right.
Like when I played that on the Xbox, like the landing scene where you're landing on just going into a battlefield, I was like, what the fuck? That was sick.
Yeah. When they jump the boat over the fucking little wall in the water and you just crash into the fucking beach, and then there you are, you're storming the damn beach. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
That was so
Blew
cool.
my goddamn mind.
That was so cool.
So cool.
So I think we might see Final Fantasy IX remake revealed, maybe?
I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah, I hope. 9's my favorite.
I want to watch
remastered.
I want to watch Vivi in fucking high def.
Yes.
Let's go.
I want to see Zidane sexually harass Garnet in high definition.
They're gonna cut that out like RE4 VR.
4K ass squeezing.
What else? I think someone's gonna make a fool of themselves, but I'm not sure who. Someone's gonna announce something that they think is cool, and it's just gonna drop.
That always happens, I feel like.
I'm just not sure who it'll be.
The worst part is when they do it and it's live. Like, instead of showing a trailer,
I think it'll be Ubisoft.
Do some shit where they just talk. Ubisoft, yeah.
Ubisoft will be like, announcing Assassin's Creed Infinite. And no one's gonna clap. They're just gonna be like, shut up.
No, they'll all fucking clap because normies love
I don't want your NFT laced. my Julius Caesar is different from your Julius Caesar.
I own Augustus.
I own Augustus.
And he will increase in value.
I will trade you Augustus for Agrippa. I don't... I'm trying to think of other things that are going to be there.
I wonder if Returnal will win Best Direction. as like the gimme. I think about like movie awards where they give the movie that should have won Best Picture, Best Direction as
You did good.
But yeah, Hope Village. I mean, the games that are nominated for Game of the Year are It Takes Two, Ratchet and Clank, Metroid Dread, Deathloop, Village. What's the last one? There's one more. There's one more. But yeah, I want Village to win really bad.
I'm looking at the nominees right now.
Yeah,
It was just a good
I
time all
honestly hope.
around.
Holy shit, there's a bunch of
Dread.
these.
I agree. Dread or Village.
Dread would be a really cool upset.
Right. I mean, it's the first fucking 2D Metroid in a long time, and it deserves to get some fucking praise. So maybe they'll make some more.
Have you guys seen Content Creator of the Year?
I don't know like any of those fucking people. I feel so old.
Who the fuck
Yeah,
are
like,
any? I have legitimately never heard of a single one of these people.
I think in the past
Dude.
3 years, I haven't known like I'll know like one out of the group, and that's because I see like Twitter shit.
I don't know any. I've not heard of a single one of these human beings. I'm not even sure if Dream is a human being. He's just a picture. That
I
might be
wanna-
an AI.
I gotta call the board on that one. He like cheated at a video game. You gotta disqualify his
He
ass.
cheated. Wow, what is?
He got
this?
famous for being a Minecraft speedrunner, and then it turned out that he was using mods.
Wow,
And then when it came out, he was like, "Oh, I had forgotten to turn them off."
scumbag. Disqualified. I disqualified Dream.
Yep.
Yeah, he's disqualified.
Disqualified.
Also, if he wins, he's never revealed his face. So if he wins, he has to come up in that fucking mask or whatever.
Oh god.
Hopefully he comes up and someone just kicks him in the fucking chin.
No, you're out. You cheated. It's like Lance Armstrong. They caught him with the HGH or whatever.
Just fucking juicing before he goes on this Minecraft run.
Juicing before Minecraft.
People on Twitter were talking about how Jeff Keighley hasn't taken a strong enough stance against Activision or Ubisoft or Riot or whatever. And so I want him to grill people. So like Dream comes up and wins Content Creator of the Year, and he's like giving his acceptance speech. And then he's like, "Why did you lie to everybody, Dream? Why did you?" Or fucking Yves, whatever, from Ubisoft. He's like, "I'm introducing Assassin's Creed Infinite." And then he's like, Jeff Keighley's like, "It looks awesome. I'm sure the gamers are excited. What are you going to do to change the policies at your company?" What are you gonna...
Oh well,
It's
you know,
live.
culture.
What are you
in
gonna do
front
to
of
stop
everybody.
roping women?
Yeah.
I think Deathloop's gonna win Best Game Direction. No, I said that to upset you. I think Psychonauts 2 is gonna win.
I'd be okay with this.
Dude, Psychonauts 2 is so good. Like, you have to basically enslave Tim Schafer to get him to do any work. But when he works, he makes bangers. But man, you can't let him get away with anything. He fucking... You have to make that man work. But
I'm excited to play it if I can troubleshoot Game Pass on my PC.
I wish I could help you. Game Pass just straight up
I'm
doesn't
gonna-
work sometimes.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna figure it out. I know it's just gonna make me uninstall Windows. That's all.
The Xbox app is terrible.
Reformat.
Best indie. Let's look at best indie.
Oh shit! All right, here's my shit on that. So
I haven't
let's go.
played any
I
of
love
these
indie
indie
games. That's not good.
I haven't played any of these. Loop Hero, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Inscription, Death's Door, in 12 minutes.
Loop Hero, I've heard of it. It seemed like it was fun because everyone was playing it on Twitch for like a week, and then it fell off the face of the earth. It seemed alright.
Kena looked cool. I wanted to play Kena.
Yeah, we gotta go Kena because every review I've seen for it says it's like a beautiful, perfect PS2 game, and it's also a PlayStation exclusive. So go team.
Hell yeah.
I thought I saw Chicory on there somewhere. That's another cute little indie game I've been meaning to play.
There's a category for best indie debut. I don't know what the fuck that means. Valheim better not win after the shit they've pulled. Not that I blame them, but I still think it's fucked up what they did.
HG's in gaming. I think Kena's more like a Jack and Daxter than a Zelda.
Bloodstained is amazing. I want to play Blazing Chrome. I haven't gotten around to it though. I want to play it with a friend.
Bloodstained is great.
Bloodstained is
I
fantastic.
actually own it on Steam and my Switch because I fucking love having games on my Switch. If I go visit my family and shit, and I'm just like stuck hanging out. I want to have something to fucking do, and the Switch is very nice for that. I'm probably going to get a Steam Deck at some point because of that.
I need to try the Forgotten City. I played the Skyrim mod and I found it incredibly mediocre. So I need to see if
All the
that...
really, really like well-read video game nerds I know are like shitting themselves over that game. So I gotta play that too.
I thought it was
The GOTY conversation.
incredibly tropey and uninspired. There's my fucking 2 cents.
That's the final word. I'm putting the Thunderhawk stamp on that game.
Right.
It was very
Bang
tropey.
the gavel. We need to get you a gavel. That's what we need to do.
So I can break
Just
my
for
desk.
streams.
I can
gonna
break my
get you a
glass desk. I'll break it.
Oh, you have a glass down. Oh,
yeah,
never mind.
yeah, I have a glass.
Get you a
desk.
soundboard with just the sound of an eagle. So when you say something definitive, it's like an eagle cry.
I have that sound clip somewhere. That used to be my follower alert, and it was too obnoxious.
Isn't it your host now?
I think it's hosting now. Yeah, it's still.
People just start ducking. They think a hawk is coming
It
by.
screeches. It's like ah, and I'm like, fucking shit.
He always thinks it's outside his window, and it cracks me up.
Yeah, because I live in the middle of nowhere, and I hear shit outside my window at all hours of the day and night. Like a couple nights ago, I was sitting there and I hear footsteps, and I'm like, it's either a crackhead or a deer. I didn't go check because I've seen horror movies.
Both of them are dangerous.
Yeah. Either way, you got to bring a gun.
Yeah. Best
Yeah,
debut indie.
I hope we get some indie reveals. That'd be great.
Indie reveals are always fun because it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
And see if this is going to be the dopest thing ever, or you're selling this?
Yeah. Like, dude, Stardew Valley, fucking top tier indie game.
Ooh,
made
I
by
hope we
one
see
guy.
something from his game.
The chocolate game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate Murderer, or whatever the fuck.
Tom Happ, dude who made Axiom Verge, absolute bangers.
All one person.
Yeah, like these single developers are fucking slamming out bangers, man.
They're auteurs. We should have mentioned the fucking indie people.
Hell yeah.
Fools. That's all the West has going for it right now is indie games.
Yeah, it's just insane because it's just the dismal state of AAA game studios nowadays. It's like, I don't know what the Japanese dudes are doing over there, but they're fucking killing it.
Well, the Japanese realized if you get a guy that can make a game, you let that guy make decisions. Whereas the West went, oh, you can make a good game? Fuck you. I have 12 dudes with $8 million each behind me. We're making the decisions.
And over there, they like trust their employees to do their proper job. Like, oh, you're the QA guy and you think something's broken? Well, let's fix that. Over here, it's like, you're fired. Fuck off. Get out of my office.
Yeah, you guys have any more predictions, or is that it?
Could you tell me if you're already there?
I am
What's
already.
nominated for best sound or music?
Best
I don't know if
sound.
it's two individual categories or one category.
Let me look. Score and music design. I think it's
That should be Endwalker, but
score
whatever.
and music. We have Artful Escape, Cyberpunk, Deathloop, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Nier? You can't put Nier on here. Nier came out already.
The jury is going to accept it because we love Nier.
I do, but that's not. It's cheating.
It is cheating. It is very much cheating.
You
It's
can't
okay
put
Deathloop's going to win every award it's in a category for, so it's fine. It doesn't even matter.
Guardians of the
Right.
Galaxy is on here, and that uses licensed music.
Yeah, they're just grading like
That's
the songs
not
they
fair.
pick, which is
That's
funky.
not fair.
Yeah.
I think Deathloop's gonna win. I want Cyberpunk to win, but it won't.
Cyberpunk has some.
I
Banging
love
ass music.
Cyberpunk's music. It is so fucking good. I love that shit. I love
The best song in
EDM.
the
I
game
love
to me
Soundwave.
Is called. I think it's called the Rogue Way, and it plays like anytime you're about to do a mission that it really involves Johnny. So good.
Yeah, I love all of Johnny's songs. They hired a
Yeah.
band. Oh my god, I have them on my Spotify.
That's how you know it's a banger, when you like actually go out of your way to play that music
Mm-hmm.
Audio
without the
design.
game of any kind. You just
Oh, there is an audio design. Excuse me. Audio design, Deathloop, Forza, Ratchet and Clank, Village, and Returnal.
If I hear Deathloop in another category, I'm just gonna fucking Alt F4 in real life.
Dude, that's if Village or Returnal doesn't get that. Returnal maybe should just get that.
Returnal sound design's sick.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about
Like,
like the thump
alien
of those
noises?
guns. Yeah.
Just the sound effects that all the zombies and shit make. Like, the whole fucking thing is just, like,
Oh,
top
Village
notch.
is so good. God damn, I love it. I need to play more Village.
Dude,
song-
I love that game, but I don't even like Resident Evil. Like, as a game, I don't like to play it, but I love
Yeah.
watching people play it and just, like, experiencing it. And it's a good game, even though I don't like playing it. It's still a great piece of media, and I can appreciate it without actually wanting to play the game.
I'm sorry. We have a category. I think they made for Fast and Furious Best Family Award.
What?
They have a Best
Family.
Family Award. Nintendo is all of these except for It Takes Two.
Wow.
I hope WarioWare wins just to piss people off.
I like WarioWare.
I love WarioWare. I want it to win, but it won't.
If you have a cool
Please-
family, that's the best family game.
Please tell me Deathloop isn't in Family Game.
No, thankfully. They say
Thank
fuck too
God.
much. Like, the first thing that happens in that game, you go, fuck, what the fuck? Fucking shit, fuck!
It's because Will Wheaton wrote
I'm
it.
not exaggerating. That is literally the opening 30 seconds of Deathloop. You start cursing obscenely.
I think that's another reason that the game is nominated for Game of the Year. People keep talking about how good the writing and the voice acting is, and I think it's just that
I disagree.
the kind of people that are in games
Joss Whedon.
journalism,
They love Joss
like-
Whedon shit. That game is written like a Joss Whedon movie.
they like that kind of shit. That I feel like that's directly appealing to the person that pops into my mind when I think of like the people who review games mostly.
Yeah.
So
Oh, we gotta look at Best Mobile
Oh.
Game. Best Mobile Game.
I can't stand that writing. I think it's fucking awful.
I wish I hadn't looked at Best Mobile Game. I hope Pokemon Unite wins.
Is it Diablo Immortal?
We have Fantasian, Genshin Impact, League of Legends, Marvel Future Revolution, and Pokemon Unite.
I think me and Thunderhawk know that the best mobile game should go to the most ambitious mobile game, also available on PC, featuring hundreds of cool characters. Raid
Raid
Shadow
Shadow Legends. If they offered to sponsor me again, I
You
would take it
still
in a
have the
heartbeat.
link.
Oh my god, it's still there.
No, if best mobile game doesn't go to Fantasian, then you know we should just
Dude,
behead
Fantasian's
Jeff
sick.
Keighley live.
I don't even have an Apple. I have an iPad. I played Fantasian for like a day and then got rid of Apple Game Pass. I was like,
I just know that the game is composed of like pre-rendered backgrounds in the form of actual real life
yes, it's so fucking cool.
handmade dioramas, and it's Hironobu Sakaguchi and Nobuo Uematsu. So fuck it, it's the best game ever.
Yeah.
So,
Uematsu's my fucking man.
Uematsu is a fucking goat.
Everything he touches turns to gold. It's great.
except maybe Blue Dragon.
Nobody remembers it. It's fine.
You're right. If your only mistake is forgotten, that sounds wonderful.
Right?
I should have wrote that in my fucking high school yearbook.
It's true, though.
All right. I'm gonna look at best esports game, and then if you guys want to look at any, you can. But I'm done after that. Best
for me.
esports: Call of Duty, Counter Strike, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Valorant. These are all games that have been out forever, so I'm not even remotely interested in any of them.
Yeah, how... I don't know, man.
They're not new. Those have been out for like
No.
decades.
League of Legends has been around for, like, ever. I think I have family members younger than League of Legends. Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Best esports game goes to Virtua Fighter 5 for PS4 with its broken ass.
Virtua Fighter
Online.
5 is in best fighting. It's in the best fighting category.
I really enjoyed it, but it's a weird port. It was
Yeah.
kind of janky.
All right. Did either of you have anything else you want to say?
I don't know about esports anymore, man. I thought I knew esports.
Same.
I don't know esports.
I was involved in esports in college. It sucked. I don't want to treat video games like a it was just bad.
Esports that came out recently, I would say, what is that fucking one that's like Halo meets Portal?
Splitgate.
What's that called? Splitgate. I'd say that would be a contender, but
Splitgate is big enough that the two
Yeah.
guys that made it are nominated in one of the categories or something. I thought.
yeah, and it's not an esports game. Like that seems like it'd be very competitive. You get good at fucking, placing portals or just fucking shooting really well, accurate shots. You think it would be like a high skill cap esports game, but I don't know.
I think that if Halo proves to be popular, it'll even raise Splitgate's popularity because people on PlayStation and other platforms that have Splitgate but not Halo will be like, well, this is just Halo with portals.
Yeah. Man, the best strategy. Not looking good.
Oh boy, what do we got?
Well, they've had to label in Sims as well because there's only like two strategy games in the world now. It's Age of Empires, Evil Genius 2, Humankind, Inscription, and Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Strategies? Flight Simulator?
Yeah, what?
Sim/strategy. They thought those two.
Okay.
They thought those two went together, which they don't.
Yo, I'm gonna go land a plane. That takes a lot of strategy.
Best fighting/racing game. What?
But what the
What?
fuck, dude?
They're both competitive.
Oh shit, man.
That's why I'm gonna have better awards like coolest title screen.
Coolest title screen. That's a good one. That is a really good one.
Most banging title screen soundtrack.
Hell yeah, man.
The menu music from Legend of Dragoon, fucking best of all time.
It's so like, it's a fucking groove. Like it's like almost doesn't
Dude.
fit. Like it's like, whoa, what's going on here in the menu screen?
You're wandering around this dark, dank cave with like dragon bones and shit laying around you, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go heal, and it's like, fuck yeah, what is this going on?
And you're like, oh fuck. All right, let's get out of here. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
I think this was successful. Other than those few hiccups, I will work to not have that happen in the future.
Fuck yeah.
I will do my
You
damnedest.
did great.
It's a blast.
This will be uploaded on YouTube if you missed it. I'll send it to the lads and they can share it amongst the communities.
Yeah.
All right, you should also put it into a command, like MGP.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
I
it'll
can-
just play. It'll link you to the latest episode that we
Okay,
have.
yeah, I'll make the YouTube page
And
tonight.
then every video that we release in sequence, we can put the last one in it, so you can just daisy chain back through if you need to.
That's a good idea.
Fancy.
We will do this. All right. Goodbye,
All right.
everybody. I didn't make an ending
Take it
soon
easy.
screen because I'm cheap. We'll do it next week, I promise.
Low budget right now, guys. It's fine. We'll be
Small
we'll be
indie company, please understand.
around.
Thank you, everybody, and it was fun talking to you two too.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye,
It's a good time.
stream. I love you all.
See you, boys.